We are now the head coach of the New England Patriots, and we are dead last in the league. Coming out of the draft, we took Blake Corum, Marvin Harrison Jr., and a quarterback, Bo Nix, to hopefully plug and play. But so far, it really hasn't worked out. But we have a blockbuster trade that could save our 0-4 start to the season. Jumping straight in here to the mods that we're using in this franchise. Looking at it, the Chicago Bears still have not dealt Justin Fields, and maybe for a good reason, as Caleb Williams has got 3 touchdowns and 9 interceptions to start his career. One of the only quarterbacks playing worse than Bo Nix right now. But we're going to make a move right now to snag him, and this could be the plug-and-play guy that I was talking about. We may be able to get him right away. And so we're looking for something with equal trade value to make sure the deal goes through. Mike Onwenu is completely off the table for us. And so this is the offer that we're going to go ahead and make, a second-round draft pick next year for Justin Fields. And so now our quarterback room just got a huge upgrade, but Justin Fields is on the last year of his deal, so we're going to have to maybe re-sign him. But this does mean that we are going to move on from Gardner Minshew, cut him and send him back to free agency after he did play pretty well for us in week number 4. And with Frank Gore Jr. still battling injury, we are going to bring in Travis Homer at running back because Zonovan Knight got picked up by the Lions. And so the storylines going into this next set of games here is Justin Fields going to be the answer for us? And is the drop problem from Demario Douglas going to continue? And can rookie Blake Corum continue his hot streak as one of the best running backs in the league? But if you think we're struggling with injuries, the Texans are down bad without Damian Pierce, without Mike Gesicki, Cam Akers, John Mechie. Every single running back is injured on their team. And so they're going to have a pretty beat up backfield today, but CJ Stroud up to an 85 overall. So let's see if we can jump in and take down the Houston Texans. Starting out in Foxborough here in this one, we do have to slow down Tank Dell, who had a great week last week, one of the best up and coming wide receivers in the NFL. But today is the debut of Justin Fields, and I need to change Harris's number to 18. I still don't like it, but Justin Fields got weapons. He's got an offensive line. David Andrews is still out in this game today, but did we do enough to get our first win on the day? And we are coming out on defense first, and CJ Stroud is one of the hottest quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Does not have a single turnover yet on the season. A lot of people called him a bust coming into the league, and he's been anything but. And so coming out with the lack of running backs on this roster, my goal is let's make them run the football. Here is a good drop coming out from former Giants franchise legend Brevin Jordan. But already in a third down here, they are going to go to the air. We're going to go man-to-man across the board. I think our corners can compete with these guys today, except for Brevin Jordan. The one I am worried about, as he does get a catch there for the first. But another storyline to watch is the fact that Christian Gonzalez struggled so very much in the first 4 games of the season. He let up 5 or 6 touchdowns, 2 on Jamar Chase in the Bengals game, but somebody does jump here, and they are going to be getting backed up, but the Houston Texans are going to go to the play action. I see him crossing across the middle. That's going to be Tank Dell with a catch and Jones in coverage, but it still is another third down here, and they are going to go to the air. They do go quick underneath, and it is Tank Dell with the first down catch this time. One of the things we are doing in this game to switch things up is going to be matching up the cornerbacks by speed, because I think that'll enable maybe some better coverage opportunities. Maybe we'll switch it to overall eventually here. But going back to the air one more time, we're going to be hanging up and over, and it is a sack from Wise. I love the opportunity to have our defensive linemen make big plays, especially in the 4-man rush, and that'll be a huge momentum for us if we can get those plays to work, as that is a good breakup there from Jabril Peppers, but now very much backed up. We're going to bring hard pressure up the middle to try to get things rolling. It's a pass out to Tank Dell completed, but the reason we're running this blitz, if you don't know, is because I want to force that ball out as quickly as possible from the quarterback, speed up that clock a little bit, and he throws it short of the sticks. But they are going to pin us here, and they do pin us very deep at the 9-yard line. Modded punting. Hard to deal with sometimes, but out comes out Justin Fields. He's played no snaps so far with the Bears, so this will be his first snaps of the season. Our simple goal: run the football, establish time of possession, and go from there. And we are going to lean on Blake Corum, one of the best running backs so far in the league, as he's got a good 5-yard run to start. And a big goal in this game is to make third downs easier here, as this one up the middle doesn't go for much. I maybe should have flowed out to the left side, tried to look for a gap, but the cutback lane looked maybe open. The linebacker at the second level I thought was over pursuing. But in this third down, here we go. We're going to go quick to Hunter Henry, and he's got a catch in the window. We are window shopping today. On second down, going back to the run here. If the linebacker can get blocked, this is going to be another big run for Blake Corum. Blake Corum up the field. 22 yards on the opening drive is a great way to open it up. But now is our first opportunity, 4 or 5 wide look, and a free rusher off the edge, and this results in a sack. Mike Onwenu Awanu goes down with an injury, but they did what I usually do, which is bring the extra rusher, bring a 6th rusher when you're only leaving 5 in to block. So this will put us in another passing situation as they do go to blitz again, and the pass is just incomplete under pressure. And so we are going to have to put a pass up and over the top here, and we are going to go here to Mario Douglas, but it is swatted away. And so not the starter we wanted with Justin Fields. No worries. The Houston Texans are going to come back out at the 17-yard line. And they did come out in I formation here, but do move some guys around. Brevin Jordan's not in coverage here, so we're going to have to go in coverage on him as they do take a deep shot over the top here, and it is a breakup from Dribble Peppers, luckily. So it was a good stop there, but they do go to the run up the middle. P. Ryan, we're just bottling him up. So on this 3rd and 9, it is going to be a pass up the seam, and it is a bad pass coming out from C.J. Stroud, one of the hottest quarterbacks in the league, off to a rough stop here in this one on week number 5. Our defense in this one is starting out hot. Jones back to return because Frank Gore Jr. is still injured. Jones, if we can break this one to the outside, and we're unable to. And this is going to be a feeling I'm going to have to get used to. Read option coming out now. Blake Corum on the carry. That goes for nowhere. But if we could pull one of those with Justin Fields, bust one off for a big run. We are going to go back to the air. This right back to Blake Corum, though, as we do kind of stutter step there. Allow the blocks to set, and the offensive lineman pushing us forward. Pat Eflin, the backup, making a... And we do have to punt after a play that didn't go anywhere. We're going to try to pin them deep here. They are going to actually return this one, catching at the 10-yard line here, coming down with mass if we go for the hit stick, and it doesn't work. But Bentley actually is going down with an injury on that play. Nakobe Dean's already out. He got injured in practice this week, so we are limited at the linebacker position, but a run up the middle from P. Ryan, he does fall forward. And so it is going to be Tay Crowder who's going to have to make a lot of plays for us here as they do run this one for it. And so it is the end of the first quarter. Passing yards, not where we wanted to be. Rushing yards, we got 21, but we have a lot of time to make up for it. Here's another good stop in the run comes out. P. Ryan, 6 of 19. I'll take that all day long. And I really just need Wise to step up for us here at the D tackle spot. And he does there with a good one. I know he's a DN, but I love to be able to move him in as they do go 5 wide. So this will be a 6-man pressure coming out. Gardner Johnson and Abram up the middle here. We do a free rusher quick to the outside, and we force the pass out. Wrap there in coverage. So a defensive heavy game to start. You know, Jared Mayo, defensive coach, versus D'Amico Ryans, another defensive coach. And I love the way our defense is playing against one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And if we want to get our passing game going, we got to start right now across the middle, trying to go to Marvin Harrison. And something that's worked for us in the past is the play action. I guess we'll go to it here, out to Jawan Johnson, turn it up the field. Jawan Johnson, the big former Saints tight end who came over to us, has a great catch there for 17, the biggest one of the day, and that'll finally get us to be a little bit more two-dimensional here as Blake Corum fumbles the football. Luckily, we're able to fall on it, but luckily the drive does stay alive here, and this is where we're going to try to use Justin Fields. Scramble around, doesn't quite work. Grover Stewart, who came over to the Houston Texans in free agency, got the pressure, and this 3rd down just became a lot harder now as I do see him across the middle. We do have Harrison, and we're able to fit it in. Finally, the first connection between Harrison and Justin Fields as we are going to scramble out, set our feet, and we're going to hit Douglas now. I almost blanked on his name, but Ramondre Stevenson now checks into the game as this run goes for nothing. As the Houston Texans interior has been playing pretty well so far this game, but this is finally a pull read coming out for Justin Fields. We can get to the open field. Juke move doesn't quite work. The nice thing is we are in striking distance. I do not like the look that we're in right now, but it looks like they are in a cover too, so maybe we could hit it in the windows here as pressure coming, and I'm just going to try to throw this one away. I thought I was out of the tackle box, and so that backs this up to a 49-yard field goal. You want to make our life more difficult? We just did, and if we miss this one right now, I don't know how I'm going to feel. Chris Ryland up, and luckily this one falls through. We almost pulled a Plaxico Burress there, but luckily enough, we walked away okay. And so we are able to grab the lead early in this ball game. I say early, but we're in the second quarter already. It's really just been the defenses playing so well across the board, but I'm glad we've had the opportunity to play good defense here as they go underneath to Tank Dell again. Tank, only one on the team right now, I think, getting a majority of the catches. As with 6 completions, he's got 4 of them, but don't worry. We're going to continue to try to bottle him up here as they do go to the air one more time, scrambling out. We're getting a little bit of pressure here, rolling, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. And we are playing a lot of no-high looks here, but out to Tank Dell one-on-one. What a great grab. Maybe one of the things we can do is play kind of like a double one-high man-to-man, maybe a cover 3 lock look on Tank Dell. If they're going to go to him that much here, as they do go to him again on the jet sweep. I was there with Jones, but Tank Dell just too fast breaking through that tackle. And he's really turning into more of a weapon than I could even imagine. Not a good look for us as they're finally getting moving here down the field as you go play action one more time. but out to the outside. So the running back Wise trying to get out to him. A good dive and a good tackle. And we are going to try a cover 3 lock here on Tank Dell. Maybe that'll work for us, but a spot route underneath to Brevin Jordan is going to be enough for the first. And Brevin Jordan is just a disgusting tight end. He is an absolute beast, one of the best, and I think up and coming in the league as the 2-minute warning does approach. I think he was out of the University of Miami, but his speed and athleticism is raw, and it did show in the playoffs. And so we are going to continue to go man on man here with Tank Dell. As I do go to the other way, though, to Nico Collins, another absolute demon on this Texans roster, but another double cover look. This time we're going on Nico here as they do go across the middle and a good breakup, almost interception. And I really hate that we're giving Tank Dell the treatment here, but out to the outside, this is a good knockdown from Marcus Jones. I matched him up there because I like the speed. And I think we could cover pretty well with him as the change of direction is so unbelievably big. But we're going to do it again right here. We're going to play inside out on Tank Dell. If he does break in, we're going to be all over it. Now some in-breaking routes coming off. Dump off to the running back, though, and we do get a good stop. So the Texans are going to settle for a field goal. So 3-3 is the score in the ball game. High scoring? No. Good defense? Yes, but we do get the ball back here with not a lot of time. We'll see what we do. And they are sitting in the box a little bit, so maybe we will try to go to the air quickly. We're going to go out to Blake Corum, out to the outside. He does stay in bounds, so maybe we'll go to a little bit of the hurry up. And this is where I'm going to try just to run him up the middle for a first down. And it doesn't quite work. And with the Texans not burning a timeout, I'm not going to stress about this. We're going to take this into halftime. But taking it out to halftime, we do start with the ball. So here we go. Jones going to have another attempt here at a kick return. But to get things back rolling, I do want to go back to the air here. I want to continue to try to get things to work as a bad sack starts it off. I try to go to the backside screen. But luckily, we didn't lose a lot of yards. So we are going to the play action. As I do try to throw this one in the window, and it is intercepted. Oh my goodness, the Texans defense opens it up with a good pick there. Kyrie Jackson just sitting in the window. I thought he was going to go out to the comeback route from Harrison. Instead came down quicker. I should have just taken the easier pass to Hunter Henry there, but now 10-3 is your score, as now we just have to hit the reset button on this game. Make sure no more mistakes do happen as Jones to the outside. A good return. And they are bringing a safety blitz, looks like off the left-hand side. Luckily enough, we should have a good opening with it, but Harrison's got the catch, putting us up the field a little bit. Justin Fields has a little bit better of a completion percentage than what we were expecting from him right away, but as we were trying to let the running back leak out, that one just didn't work. So we are going to try a run up the middle just to pick up this first down, and we do. Blake Corum missing one tackle, but Juwan Jennings now checking in the game as we do try to force this one to Henry. But the pressure in our face is a lot right now. Pause, resume, but a pass to Harrison is going to be enough to pick up the first. But I think we could all agree that Bo Nix is a little bit of an upgrade from what we have had at the quarterback position right now, but just throwing this one away with pressure coming. With Mike Onwenu being out for the rest of this game, it is going to hurt us a lot. But with 6v6 in the box, we are going to take another shot at the run. Blake Corum not having the craziest day in the world right now, but on this run here, doesn't get much. But these are the plays we're going to need to complete here. Is Juwan Jennings up and over the top. Juwan Jennings was such a big grab off to the races, getting us down to the 20-yard line. Unfortunately, does get injured on the play. The problem with one of our receivers getting injured is that Brendan Rice, son of Jerry Rice, did get picked up by another team, so he's not sitting on our practice squad either anymore. That's an absolute killer. We don't have a lot of wide receivers left on the roster, but one-on-one here on the outside, I think this is where we need to take a shot from Harrison. So we are going to go up and out, and it's just a bad pass. But Juwan Jennings does have a knee strain, so Justin Ross is going to come in. So roll-out opportunity here with Demario Douglas coming in motion, but pressure off the edge. We're going to try to get this one to Hunter Henry, drop it in, and that's the kind of passes that I did miss that we weren't able to get with Bo Nix. I love Bo Nix. He may still be a player for us in the future, but for right now, Justin Fields having a great start, and we are going to try a fade here to Harrison, up and over the top, and it is knocked down. But on the second goal, I want to get a little bit closer to the end zone here, and we can't break this one to the outside, losing a couple on the play. So we are going to have to take a shot. And I see him corner the end zone. Harrison's able to haul it in for his second touchdown of the year. From 13 yards out, 3rd and goal, we needed a player to step up, and Justin Fields and Marvin Harrison get their first touchdown connection, hopefully first of many. So the game is tied up 10-10 after the Justin Fields mistake. He made back up for it, and as long as Ryland can put this one through, we are sitting pretty here midway through the third quarter. Our defense has held them to 3 points today. We're hoping to continue that as another jet sweep to take down. The ball's on the ground. We need to be able to pick it up, and we do. Jabril Peppers is able to fall on it. I got to go back to the replay and see who forced it, but it was a simple jet sweep, and the defensive end looks like whoever sealed that edge was just able to stick out an arm, as it was Matthew Judon to get it on the ground. I love Modded Madden. The way they jump on those fumbles is awesome. But we're going to immediately try to take a shot after this one, and we're going to go up and over the top, float this one in, and not able to get it. There should be a little bit of a targeting there, but now the opportunity to swing the game in our favor after the Houston mistake is huge. Is off to the races. Now Blake Corum's going to get to the edge, and Blake Corum, one of the best running backs in the NFL to start this season. The rookie out of Michigan making plays for us is able to get this one in, and we are all set to go now with the lead. Look, both teams are going to make mistakes. You could look at my pick and call it bad, but the fumble maybe is just even worse. And something feels good to start this episode. Maybe we could pick up our first win of the season. And I'm trying to decide this half if we do the same thing we did last time, where we kind of go man-on-man, double team, if you would, Tank Dell and make them beat us other ways. And we're just going to play inside a little bit with Jabril Peppers. He'll be the guy we do it, as they do go to the play action as a sack comes out by Tavi. So we're forcing them early here with this huge sack. The Houston Texans offense is just not doing anything. One of the best ones coming into this game, as they do go to not a look here, but I was going to say they were going to a look I wasn't expecting there, but on the 4th and 13, CJ Gardner-Johnson, what a good play. And if we're able to put up a score on this drive, it would be our first 2-score lead of the season, I think, outside of maybe going up 10-0 in the Chargers game, which we all know how that ended. But Marcus Jones up the middle with a good return to start. And here's a little Madden tip: if you're running the trap concept, run it to the 3-tech. You'll have more room here to run it up the middle, as it does work, and another big gain. And I didn't think we were going to be able to get Blake Corum up to 100 yards today. Maybe we could here, because things are just rolling right now. The Texans defensive line is getting a little bit tired, but this screenplay almost intercepted to Grover Stewart. Holy crap. But on this 3rd and 1, they do have everybody in so tight, stack in the box. Counter look here on the run, and they are sniffing it out. Will Anderson was the one who made the play, so maybe a bad call on our part. So we do have to punt this back to CJ Stroud to see how they can do, as we're pinning them pretty deep here, but they are going to try to return it. Wilson there for the good tackle. Marco Wilson came up making good plays when we need him to, and with coming out, they actually go a 2 running back set here. Surprising, because I feel like they have no quarterbacks on roster, but it is, or running backs, I'm sorry, but screenplay gets them a good amount. So far in this game, we've held the Houston Texans to only 102 passing yards. Those are the kind of numbers that I can be proud of right now, but somebody does jump, and maybe we'll set the Texans back a little bit. They are going 5 wide here, and then we're getting away from the blitz if they go 5 wide, because it is first down. They are sitting here again in the 5 wide look, and we are going to drop here to Tank Dell, but they do go to Brevin Jordan instead, and the big tight end is burning Tavi. So we are going to switch things up and set a lot more in the nickel, with a heavy emphasis here on Tank Dell on the one side, as they do go to the air outside as the blocks are coming out, but CJ Gardner-Johnson's not able to make it. Exactly what I didn't want to happen does. And with them just not running the football, it looks like they completely abandoned the run. We're just coming out and just going Tank Dell and telling him that, hey, we're going to take him out of the play. You got to beat us with somebody else, maybe Nico Collins. But we are now moving into the 4th quarter with Houston driving. No worries, though. I think our defense can hopefully clamp up. Not a lot of passing yards in this game, and so hopefully we can do it here as a run up the middle. We completely stuff it up there. That's one of the best run stuffs we've had so far this season. And this 3rd and 6 may be the biggest 3rd down in the game so far, as I do go out to the running back, and we do get the swat. That's a huge play by us and the user. I lost the running back just a little bit, but we were able to make up for it, recover ground, and force them to go for it on 4th down. Wow. And so 4th and 6, they are going to the air again underneath to Nico Collins. And so the drive does continue here. And I am just waiting them to go to the run here. We're there with Tavi. I was sitting on it all the way. And Pirine got a little bit banged up on the play, which is good for us. But we're going to sit in these weird man-to-man looks, kind of cover matches. A run up the middle with White. We get the stop again. And so we're going to rush 5 here. 5 on 5. Double cover to the outside. And we got the coverage that we wanted. Abram was sitting over the top, able to come down. Tank Dell had the win on the route, but with the double coverage, it did work. And Houston's going to take a field goal here. That's a huge win for us on this one. I really want to come out here and control the clock on this drive. I think that's going to be an important thing for us. But hey, leaking nice and easy. Juwan Johnson the outside. Good juke move, breaking 1. We haven't really run with Fields. I don't know how I'm going to use that quite yet. I know it sounds stupid, but just the read option hasn't worked. As Blake Corum breaking tackles. I did not expect the play to bust off for that big. Pause, resume, but I was going to say we're not using Justin Fields in the run game as much, but when you're running like that with Blake Corum, there's really no need to. And so why not? We're going to go right back to it here. Hopefully the trap can fit in, and it does. With Blake Corum, we get another huge run, now over 110 on the game. The finding running lanes in this game and the way the mods are working with the Sabo's gameplay mod installed, if you don't know, are so tough, but it makes it so much more rewarding to get the plays working here as this on the outside doesn't connect. But if we can get another guy to leak out here, that would be huge. Rolling out to the outside, and we're just going to turn up the field with Fields here, and finally we're able to use him a little bit. Oh, he fumbles, and it goes out of bounds. We did get away with one there. Luckily enough, it does make it a 3rd and 1, and we are going to try to run this football here up the middle. Blake Corum, finally a huge first down. There is a penalty, though. I think it may have been a face mask, so no matter what, we did get the first down here late in this game. A score here late would be huge. We're going to bring in Ramondre Stevenson, the power back, and Petrie got so stunned there off the initial block. We're able to run right by him. Ramondre Stevenson finding his way into the end zone, and we walk away here hopefully with enough on the scoreboard to win this football game. Our offense actually scoring over 20 points. We haven't done that since the 2nd week of the season. And so we know that they're going to go to the air here. So the same game plan does apply across the board. We're going to run the one high safety double man-to-man look as they come out screen. We don't have anybody on that side. Pirine got a lot of space to work with. And so a rough start there with the screen as they do go play action now. Out to the outside one-on-one. Brevin Jordan kind of feasting against Rapp, but Rapp's been quietly playing well for us ever since we picked him up in free agency. But we are trying to bring in some man-to-man looks here again. We left Tank Dell one-on-one, but luckily enough, we got away with one. And he was open there on that corner route. It's terrifying, but Xavier Hutchinson got the catch. And I just need Brevin Jordan to be locked down. As long as Brevin Jordan's locked down, we really don't have to worry about anything else, because I don't see Nico Collins having that big of an impact late in the game. As Christian Gonzalez in this one has been playing a lot better. I'll give him that. And with this, they are going to go to the air. Maybe dump it off to the running back, and they do. Jabril Peppers breaks this one up, a 4th and 6. And so we are finally going to bring a little bit of pressure on this 4th down as they bring a guy out. We're stuck in a bad look. I'm going to call timeout, actually. I didn't like the way that motion put our guys out of position. I need to be more recognizable with that. But here we go, quick underneath, and we do get the stop, as that was Jonathan Abram, able to make another big impact play for us, coming down, delivering the hit. And so with the new quarterback, it wasn't pretty. All we need to do now is just run out the clock. Blake Corum, lean on that rushing attack to try to get things rolling, as a couple more first downs in this ball game should do it, as they go in deep coverage there. Jacobs, crazy sack. And so after the sack, I tried to run the clock a little bit more. Didn't quite work. We're going to have to punt this football away. This is where we can actually get a good opportunity here to pin them. Beringer, I need this punt really into the corner, as it looks like they are going to let this one go. Actually, they are going to catch it at the 10. But we need to learn how to take more time off the clock. It's as simple as that, because we still are playing CJ Stroud, and there's still a lot of time left in this ball game as Tank Dell's got another catch. But I don't like the looks that we're in here, as I'm going to have to try to bail with this one and back across the outside. Nico Collins one-on-one. We're not able to get it. In the hurry up, we were too slow getting into position. No worries. It does happen every once in a while, but they are moving fast down the field. And I'm just going to sit in this one high look, one safety rolling down, as they do go up and over our head. Brevin Jordan one-on-one in coverage. If we blow this ball game, I swear. And they are going for 2 to make it a 3-score game. It's as simple as this. If we could get a stop here, that would be absolutely huge for us. Keep it away from being a 3-point game. Run to the right side. And it is a stop. Bentley coming through the middle. That's such a big play by us. And with all 3 timeouts, they are going to kick this one off. That's going to be huge. So we just need a first down. That's all we need in this ball game. A good return from Marcus Jones up the middle. But I wanted to try to stay up before the 2-minute warning hit. I want to try to use the 2-minute warning here. So technically speaking, there are 4 timeouts in this game. And with double one text there, we're going to try to go out to the outside. And we do have a little bit of a hole up the middle for a good start. But they just got the free timeout there as they're stacking the box again. Look at what they're coming out in. Maybe the stretch play to the outside could work a little bit. Juke moved back inside. We're able to make one miss. So we're bringing out the jumbo package, 3 tight end look, stretch play, as we're going to try to take this one outside, and we're not able to get the first. And maybe we should have went to the air, but they do take a fair catch here, starting at the 25-yard line. And that is just a killer. We needed something to go our way as a good sack comes out. Carl Lawson starting it off. And that's a great start here. Brevin Jordan, I'm worried about that man-to-man coverage look, and it is a bad pass to him. Luckily, Taylor Rapp in coverage. We are sitting now across the middle. That's a dropped interception from Rapp again. 4th and 14, though. And a heavy blitz here. We know there's going to be a pass. It's not a screen. Instead, it's across to Hutchinson. It's enough for the first down. Oh, that is absolutely crazy. There's no way that should have gotten in for a first down. I don't know if I could even challenge that, but that's a bad pass. That's an absolute killer. I couldn't have anything like that happen. but they do go underneath the P Ryan here. I just need to keep them in bounds, force them to burn timeouts continuously, but instead they don't burn it again. I'm trying to get them to burn their timeouts as the clock's running down, but the time management in this is apparently pretty good as they do go underneath again, and P Ryan gets another big shot, and finally they do use the timeout. 20 seconds left on the clock. We're going to be continuously sitting in a cover 4, and we just need to drop him all as they are going to take a D shot. Actually, they throw underneath again. They're only going to have a couple seconds left on the clock here on this hurry up, and they are trying to go to the spike. There's not a lot of time left, and we do walk away with the win. That's all we needed. Tackle wrapped underneath. I guess maybe they thought they had enough time, but hey, scary one. But finally, in this season, we're on the board with a win. 24-19. Our offense, did we play a great game? I think we played an okay game with Justin Fields there. Running the ball did pretty well. Let's take a look at the stats, but our defense came up clutch. Looking at the stats in this game, Justin Fields under 50% completion percentage. No worries. The yards still a little bit rough, but running the football phenomenal. 117 yards. And we did a pretty decent job shutting down Tank Dell. Eventually, he had 6 catches, I think, in the first quarter. But after that, we kind of held him. But on our side, Marvin Harrison put up a very good day. Did have 9 targets, I think maybe 10, but 3 big sacks coming out from our interior guys, Tavi at the linebacker spot. But we finally do walk away with a win in a football game that is such a good feeling. And so after picking up our first win, we did go up in the rankings from 32 to 31, and our offensive power rankings did jump all the way up to 30, so I'll take it there. Defensively, though, we're crawling all the way up to number 7, so maybe getting rid of Duggar and some of those guys on defense has been working out for us. But we have a huge matchup today against the 4-1 New York Jets, and you see it, we're only 2.5-point underdogs. Now, why is that? Well, that's because today they don't have Elijah Vera Tucker, Breece Hall, or Garrett Wilson going into this game, and the backup running back, Israel Abba, I'm not going to pronounce that. Jack Westover's injured, Carter Warren. So across the board, they're pretty beat up on offense. And it looks like even Rodgers has missed some time, but Rodgers is off to a really rough start this season. 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. And it's actually going to be the rookie out of Notre Dame who's going to be our biggest focal point today, coming in at running back. 41 carries, 110 yards. Doesn't average a lot of yards per carry, but they did go out and get Marquise Brown and Tyler Boyd, and Mecole Hardman came back to them. So this roster is very interesting right now. We may have a chance today to maybe get one away from the Jets. And looking at offensively, rushing yards were better, passing yards they're a lot better. Third down, we're actually doing pretty good, but I mean, Justin Fields in our first game with him got ourselves our first ever win, but their defense is what's going to be a very difficult endeavor for us today. Travis Gibson is the worst player on their defense, and he's a 77 overall, but I didn't even realize it as well. They do have Odell Beckham Jr. there at wide receiver, and one of the moves going on today is we are going to be picking up Will Lutz and getting rid of our actual kicker right now, Chris, because of the struggles that he have had with power, so he's going to be released or at least sent down to the practice squad for right now. And so from our practice squad, we're going to release Andrew Stubner. He's going to head out into free agency. But Chad Ryland is going to be sent down for right now. But other than that, this is how our team is sitting right now. It's time now to jump into practice to make sure there's no injuries. And we are going to try to stop the short pass today as Rodgers has just had troubles throwing the football, and we are going to counter the blitz. We know this Jets team is going to be good, and we need our offensive line to give Justin Fields time, but now it's going to be able to look through. The way training is run is very different in Modded Madden than regular Madden. Injuries are going to be happening, but it looks like we are going to be good in this week, so we're going to jump in and see if we can take down the New York Football Jets. But can Justin Fields start his career 2-0? CBS Sports, some modded new presentations for us today, so I'm very excited to see how it all looks. And look at the gray on Rodgers. We have a chance to take him down today. Blake Corum, I need to change his number down to 2. But we are going to be kicking off the ball to start here today. In this one, you see the scoreboard is going to be on the bottom for this game. Going to look a lot different, but here we go. Rodgers coming out on offense. Now, I did see Breece Hall loading up into the game, so I don't know if he is going to be healthy or not. He was supposed to be an inactive for this game, maybe last second healthy decision in this one here, but we are going to bring the blitz to start, and in at running back is not Breece Hall, so we are going to be good. They do go to the air right away. Screenplay out to the outside, and who is that with the catch? Aaron Rodgers gets the completion, and Marquise Brown there running number 87. That is ugly. Mecole Hardman wearing number 12. Tyler Boyd wearing 84, and OBJ is going to be wearing 3 for them, but they do go to the air here. Quick and easy, and we are able to get pressure on Rodgers, getting a little bit rushed in the pocket. And I love how the quarterbacks react now to the 4-man pressures that actually get there. And most Madden, especially all Madden, you can't get those kind of pressures. So that is a great feeling here to start off this game. Is now they are going to go to the air one more time. I'm looking for the check down, but pressure up the middle again. Barrymore getting his first sack on the season, I think. And this New York Jets offense, without Breece Hall, without Garrett Wilson, without Elijah Vera Tucker in the middle, we're going to be able to get after them today. My goal is if we can hold them to under 20 points, we can win this football game. And I cannot wait till Frank Gore comes back. Hopefully he'll be back next week. But still, Marcus Jones is still going to be returning kicks today. But here comes back out Justin Fields after a good week last week. I'm really going to be expecting the same kind of production from him. The only thing I want to do differently today is get him out running a little bit more. But we are going to start with a play action right away. And I am going to take a deep shot in this one. We're going to take a deep shot up and over the top. Almost caught. I wanted to try to set the tone. Obviously, that one didn't work. The Jets are a very sound team on defense. We looked at their depth chart. They are kind of ridiculous here. So it's going to be tough to kind of get things working. And Blake Corum's going to maybe have a potential for a big game only because him leaking out of the backfield and pass coverage coming from CJ Mosley and the rest of that linebacking core may not be able to keep up with him. But this is where it's going to get scary running the football right now. And they are just going to be all over us. But Blake Corum breaking a tackle and he's off to the races here. Sauce Gardner coming from the other side of the field. And I'll take those kind of runs all day long. The ability to break tackles against this Jets defense could be huge if that's going to be happening a lot today. But I want to consistently live through the run, live through the play action, kind of just get guys leaking out here as we almost throw one right into coverage. Oh my goodness, not what I expected. He breaks one tackle here. Luckily, we're able to bring him down. DJ Reed making a phenomenal play. Against regular Madden, that wouldn't happen, but right now, that's going to happen in Modded Madden because DJ Reed read that one all the way, coming down, getting the good interception. And look at this awareness here from DJ Reed, completely leaving Marvin Harrison so unbelievably open. Kind of a bad pass from Justin Fields. That's an absolute killer. We had momentum, things going our way in the game, but they are going to go to the play action once again out the outside, but he is a missed throw. Really, really slow coming out there from our corners. And I think today we're going to do it again. I want to match up our corners by speed because with Mecole Hardman as well as Marquise Brown, that's a lot of speed across the board. Uchi now in at linebacker, and they finally do go to the run here, and Uchi's coming in for a good tackle. Judon does go down with an injury, though, so Uchi's definitely going to get a little bit more time today. And I did see some of your guys' suggestions. Mapu's going to get some more playing time this week and next week. They are going to go to the air here again. Nice and simple. They do go underneath, and we do make the play, but luckily it didn't go for any more. Tyler Boyd, enough for the first down as this drive does continue. And I know sometimes I may say the wrong things. Just bear with me. I'm reacting with this on the fly as a good jump comes out. And Matt Judon has a shoulder strain. I'm going to keep him in the game for right now. He's going to be playing over top of Mapu, but I kind of want Mapu to play like a sub linebacker spot with his speed that he displays on the field. If we want to have good success against the run, if we could just move him out and have him play there with maybe Abram or one of those other safeties moving down into the box, that should really limit any of the mistakes. And the mistakes that could really happen when we're trying to defend the run in nickel looks and it just doesn't work. They do go to the air, and they do jump it off to Tyler Conklin, and it's going to be a 3rd and 3. But a lot of this franchise is going to be moving players around. This is not going to be a stagnant depth chart for any sense of the imagination. One of the moves I'm thinking about making on offense is going to be Juwan Jennings taking over for Juju Smith-Schuster, a wide receiver number 2. I like the way Juwan Jennings has played for us so far this season. And Juju's kind of gotten pressed really, really hard off the line for a good majority of this season so far here. They are going to go to the run, actually play action here again. And it is going to be the tight end leaking out. We're going to come up and make a good tackle, Christian Gonzalez. And I need a really good game out of him today as well. Because if you remember what happened last episode, a lot of issues from him. So far last week played pretty well. But it's going to be a run at the middle. We're going to try to come and fill with Jabril. Luckily enough, the tackle comes out. And that's Zonovan Knight, one of the guys who was on our roster. Got picked up by Lions, put back on the practice squad, now picked up by the Jets. And it's funny because that is the team that he did start his career with. So he's bounced around the league a lot. As they do go to the run here again. We're coming up with Abram not able to fill. Tavi's going to make the tackle, though. And that is the rookie out of Notre Dame getting his first rush. Like we saw, he's only been averaging 2.7 yards per rush. So we need to hold him to those kind of numbers. And they are going to go to the air here on the goal line. Quick to the outside. And it is going to be Tyler Boyd for the first touchdown of the game. Rodgers and Boyd able to connect. We made a bad mistake there with the interception, but the read off of DJ Reed was insane on that play. So you know what? I'll take it. That's just a football play. Jets turn around, turn it into points. We're definitely going to need to get back to work here in this game. And with Jones, we're not going to take this one out of the back of the end zone. And Fields is going to come back out. And depending on how Blake Corum does this week, obviously he's one of the top running backs in the league, but to maybe give him a rest. I'm thinking about bringing in Ramondre Stevenson again just a little bit more, just to kind of get him rest when we need to. But with the way he's been running the ball, he went for 100, then went for 40, then went for 100, then went for 40, then went for 100 again. So I don't really know what we're going to do, because if he goes cold, our offense goes stagnant. But going to the air here on second down, we're going to go quick underneath, and that's Hunter Henry making third down a lot more manageable. And we're going to run this stretch play actually to the weak side here, as it could maybe open up, and it does. Blake Corum, the stretch play to the weak side, one of my favorite plays to run, only because the entire defense is expecting the run to go the other way, and our offense is moving very, very well right now. Time to finally get a good pass to the air here. I am going to look to Harrison going across, and we do try to fit this one, and it's tipped up, and Harrison does make the grab. Oh my goodness, what a ball in. This is why I love Madden mods, because you don't know what's going to happen. There's actually reaction to the pass when it does get tipped is such a good feeling. Another good play by Reed. I didn't expect him to get all the way up there, but we do get the catch, keep things rolling here, and this drive continues. And why not? Let's try another shot. I'm going to look for that tight end here again. Actually, we got to scramble out with Fields, and we're just going to try to throw it to the end zone here, and it's just dropped by Harrison. Good ball coming in from Justin Fields. We just weren't able to connect. Hunter Henry backside was very, very wide open. The only problem is we didn't have any time to set our feet and make that throw to actually work. But Corum up the middle's got another good run, but there is going to be a holding call. And I think that's going to be on Pat Eflin in the middle, but it is going to be actually on Kevin Dodson. So the guy who was actually on that trap coming down on Quinnen Williams. And that's what's going to happen. Quinnen Williams is going to draw those kinds of penalties because he is such a good player. But man-to-man here, we're going to go up and over the top, drop this one in, and that should be enough for the first down. Hunter Henry just beat the tight end, or the linebacker, I mean, off the line of scrimmage. We were able to get it to work. I just really like the way Justin Fields is playing. Yeah, we have the one interception, but hey, no worries, as we're going to get continuing running success. Blake Corum almost 50 yards already, as we are going to run a draw play here up the middle, but Fields, the left tackle, what were you doing? So that was an absolute drive killer there. Mekhi Becton, I don't think you didn't even see him, and just let him go out, as we're going to try to go to Demario Douglas here, and Demario Douglas does have the touchdown catch. Luckily enough, we made up for the really bad sack that just happened on the RPO. Justin Fields had to run for his life a little bit, but one-on-one there, Demario Douglas, one of the better up-and-coming route runners in the league, hopefully. I know we've had some drop problems with him in episode 1, but coming out today, that's a huge catch. And at the end of the first quarter, looking at the passing yards, we're getting things rolling, and we are going to be kicking this one off back to the Jets. 7-7's your ball game. We're in it here. Like I said, we got to hold them under 20 points, but that is a tough ask against Aaron Rodgers, and I didn't even realize they have another former Patriot that we picked up in free agency that didn't quite make our roster, Bo Melton, but they do start going to the air one more time here is underneath. We're there right away with CJ. And the one thing that's worked so far in this game is the pressure. So maybe 5 down lineman looks with Judon and Wise coming off each of the ends. Maybe that's how we get things to work here. I think that's a good opportunity as a pass across to Tyler Conklin doesn't fit in. Just a mistimed jump. But this is a huge play here underneath it. If we can make the tackle, but Conklin does get the first. That's just a killer. They quick pass out of the blitz. We weren't able to make the tackle. And they're just not afraid to pass the football here. Running is just not been their strong suit, as Zonovan Knight doesn't get anywhere. And I'm surprised with the amount of picks that Rodgers has thrown through the first couple games of the season. He missed the first 2 games, as Zach Wilson did pretty good when Rodgers was out. But we are in another third down after a quick catch underneath. And I'm going to maybe blitz with Gonzalez, but maybe just sit in this little fire zone right here. Look for the break, and it's there, and we were just right over our heads. Marquise Brown got the catch. As it's just tough here. This Patriots team has such a good receiving core across the board, but they do jump here, and I think that was Jeremy Rucker. It's going to back him up, but it actually was Cade Stover instead, the other Ohio State tight end. They do go now. RPO action, quick pass out to Cade Stover now, and that doesn't go anywhere. A little bit of a broken play there. In my opinion, they should have handed that one off, but instead of bringing a third down blitz, we are going to bring a second down blitz. Kind of stack the box, no high safety looks, and I really love the ability to run no high safety looks as a run to Zonovan Knight, and we're reading it all day long, but a couple more yards and they are in field goal range. Maybe they could make it from here, but it will be tough. We know it's going to be a pass play. I'm expecting a running back screen, but it's not coming out, but a cross right behind Matthew Judon. Come on, you get burnt by the tight end, and we just have no answer right now to what they want to do. Uchi man-on-man with the running back, as this is another run here. Uchi, as Wise can't make the tackle. Jones getting off here, can't catch the legs, and Audric Estime gets the touchdown. The former Notre Dame running back coming in support with Breece Hall out. Gets a good run there. And we're going to have to come back out here and put some more points on the board with Justin Fields. We do have 7 minutes left on the clock, so maybe we kind of play the time here. Not afraid to run the football on this drive, as it is Marcus Jones getting the return only out to the 20. But with the boy Blake Corum has run so far, and I decided next week I'm changing him to number 2. I hate the number 27 on him, but if we can run like we are running against this Jets team so far, maybe we could just tank a ton of time off the clock here and just continue to get things rolling as Blake Corum maybe get 2. And something we haven't done a lot is the read option. So maybe this is the opportunity finally to break it out right now. And it is a give read up the middle. Blake Corum's got enough yards for a first. At this point, I just want to dare them to stop the run because it's just working right now. Up the middle, Blake Corum again. again, but that's the problem. When we get the holding calls, those are how our drives get killed. And this one now coming off on Juwan Johnson, the tight end that we did trade for. He's played pretty good, though, when he is on the field, but that's going to force us to go to the air here. Yeah, it is still first down. Maybe we could run, but I want to try to pick up a decent pass play here. And pressure coming right away. We're going to try to set our feet, deliver one. Demario Douglas is able to get maybe 4, but with these mods, pocket presence is just such a hard thing to manage as you're sitting around and you got guys rushing at you right away. As we're going to try to throw this one up and we're hit as we threw, and this one just completely gets knocked down. So a risky business throw there is going to set up a very long third down, and it looks like they're in a cover 2, and we're running 4 verticals. That may not work. So if we can get Demario Douglas to go all the way across the field here, he could get open maybe, but we are hit again as we throw. Mekhi Becton just getting beat off the edge again by Jermaine Johnson. I need to stop taking such deep drops because we need to seal that edge. But then again on the interior, the big guy that we did get is going up against Quinnen Williams, and that's what's going to happen to Kevin Dotson in this game right now. I need Pat Eflin to give him a little bit of help on the double teams. Pat Eflin, obviously the backup for David Andrews, so there are going to be some weak points in his game. But so far, offensive line's held very well in the run, just not as good in the pass here, as we do make a good tackle in this return, but we need to stop Rodgers here. I can't get a big drive out of him as this one quick underneath. Good tackle, though, by Jones. But a big thing so far this season has been the completion percentage. I just don't like the way teams have completed the balls against us. Rodgers is no different as a run up the middle here. Judon able to bottle it up. Third down already. On third down, they are going to go to a screenplay. We're going to run out with it here. Can we get somebody to get a tackle? Tavi's not fast enough, and they do get the first. A good drawn-up screen there. We're going to continue to try to bring this 5-man pressure. For me, I feel like it's the only thing that's really worked for us, as they do jump again. Get a little home stadium boost there. It's almost every player on their offensive line has jumped so far. 2 tight ends, though. So Conklin and Stover did jump. They are going to the air quick to the outside, and we're there in coverage. Good job by Jones. He was on that like a wet blanket right now. That was pretty solid. Those out routes are hard to cover, but I expect them to go to the air here to pick up some more yards, and they do go to the play action. We are all over it here, but they do complete it underneath, and every third down they've gotten has just been manageable, but the 2-minute warning is here, so we are bringing pressure very, very quickly here. We do kind of get burnt, but it's a sack coming out and a fumble from Rodgers. Wise is going to pick it up. Wise just needs to take off. Couldn't get up and run, but that's a huge sack. We brought a 6-man look there. Man coverage across the board. Single high safety. Running back did stay in, and that's C.J. Gardner-Johnson getting the ball out. That's such a big play. I needed Wise to pick that up just a little bit faster. And they are stacking the box pretty heavy here. I'm going to leave Blake Corum to block, as we are going to go to Marvin Harrison for a good catch. I love the slant route concept from him. If he can just get that to work, as they do. No way. We caught them in a personnel grouping that's really, really bad here. So as long as we can get this to work, we're going to scrambling out here with Justin Fields. We're just going to turn up the field. Justin Fields, use your legs, get us all the way up, and they burn a timeout. And this is why I love Modded Madden, because they want the ball back here, but we're going 5 wide. And one-on-one, Sauce Gardner versus Marvin Harrison. We're running the zig route, and Sauce Gardner's all over it there. Holy crap, in coverage, so good. Now I am looking for Blake Corum just to leak out here. The linebacker may run with him, but if it is man-to-man, it should be caught, and it is a good breakup. 3rd and goal now. So I am going to give Marvin Harrison Jones one more time to kind of beat Sauce Gardner here on the whip route. This one just getting floated up, and it is caught down at the 1-yard line. Another tip ball that Marvin Harrison does catch, and it is here at the inches yard line. I'm actually going to burn a timeout here because I don't like the play that we're in. And this is going to be the play right here. QB sneak on Quinnen Williams. Pat Eflin versus Quinnen Williams, and we do get stuffed. Oh, that is absolute killer. We get stuffed on the inches yard line. So we are currently 0 for 5 or 0 for 6 on 4th down conversions. That's just been our killer. And so coming back out, they have the ball at the inches yard line here. I think this is going to be a run. So we need to come in and try to fill some gaps here as they do go quick to the run here. Tavi, a good tackle. Matthew Judon, though, that shoulder is still bothering him. He goes down, but that does stop the clock, so a little bit interesting. So I expect them to go to the run here one more time, just get their backs out of the end zone as they do go play action, and we have a safety. Holy crap, there was no way they should have run that. I ran commit all the way through. Bentley coming through with the safety, and our defense continues to make massive plays for us. Holy crap, did not expect that to go our way. Matthew Judon, shoulder strain, will return soon. So we are going to have to return this punt here, a very deep one. Demario Douglas is going to be the one fielding it, and we're going to have time here if we want to get something to work. We're going to go down to the 25, a minute left. And so depending on how this first play goes, we may take it into halftime, but I do want to test outside one-on-one here. Sauce Gardner, it's not him out there, but instead it's Reed in coverage there, and that's a matchup I do still like. And now they're rotating to maybe a cover 3, and this is going to be open maybe again here. We can go right at Reed one more time, and it is. And we're making the grab again. Harrison all day long. We're going to the hurry up. And so if I'm going to keep using that route combination to work, maybe But actually, we're going to go up and over the top here. One-on-one, Demario Douglas. It was batted down. Luckily, the safety rotated back quickly to cover up over the top. Geno Stone in coverage. So back to it now after the stoppage. And one-on-one, Douglas. We're going to throw this one up, and in no way it's going to be caught. Oh, it's broken up with. It was a wheel route to the outside. Demario Douglas barely got separation. May coming over to make the play. And that's just an absolute killer there. We could have gotten it to work. Instead, we're going to go back to Harrison. The burners do work, and he's able to get out of bounds. No, he's not. Time is rolling down, and we're just going to try one more play here to the sideline. Simple as this. Hey, I'll take this play all day long, as we need to get up and spike it, and it's not in time. Oh, that's a killer. I tried so hard to get ourselves into field goal range, managed the clock effectively, but I failed. I messed up. I thought we were going to have enough time, and I thought Harrison needed to get out of bounds. He needed to get out of bounds there, simple as that, but barely fell in. But the nice thing is, starting out, we do get the ball here. 9-14 is your score. A defensive battle here. Jones starting it off with a kick return in this second half. And there is a seam up the middle, and it is a good return coming out from him. And I think we have a lot of the momentum in our favor. I'm not going to lie. The way our team has played so far in this game, other than our defense letting up a couple of passing plays. I mean, you really think about it. It was the interception turnaround, and the score was the only bad play coming out from us, but we are going to lean on the run. Blake Corum not getting anywhere. Pull read from Justin Fields would be very, very nice, but it is a run up the middle. Blake Corum, another decent run, making 3rd and 6, and we are going empty here. It only looks like they have 4 across the board, and they do only rush 4 here. We're going to take off with Fields. And Justin Fields to the outside is going to get enough for the first down, but the ball comes out from Fields. I tried to get a little bit extra there, but it just didn't work. That's a horrible turnover to start this half. Reed making another impact play there. We've gone after him in the past, but he's come up making 2 impact turnovers, and we cannot let up a score here. At least cannot let up a touchdown. We want to keep this a 1-score game, but a run to the outside, and we're all over. On 2nd and 10, they do decide to go to the ground again, and Jones were bottling it up. It was him missing the tackle, but I'll still take it because it slowed him enough for Jabril Peppers to come in and fill. And Peppers has really been our glue to our defense. If he goes down with an injury, that would be absolutely killer for us, as I need CJ Gardner-Johnson to actually get out there, as we are going to be bringing some pressure and a quick dump off, and we're there to make the tackle. They're still out of field goal range by a mile, but they are actually going to try this one here. That is ridiculous. We're going to get the ball in midfield if they do end up missing. The kick's coming up here. We have a chance to block it, and it's a penalty, and he drilled it anyway. I got up from my chair because I was so pissed. We were running into the kicker. Ooh, should that just be a first down, or should that make it? And it is. They do get the first down out of that. We got roughing the kicker instead of running into the kicker, and so our defense making a huge mistake there. I thought the way it lined it up should have been perfect. Marco Wilson, and we almost did jump there from Judon on the right-hand side, but they are going to go to the run, stretch play. Zonovan Knight's got a big hole there. And in the I formation, they are going to go back up to the ground, up the middle, and it is Zonovan Knight almost breaking free. And that's just an absolute killer. Slants to me out, stick concept, goes for a little bit there to OBJ. As they do go to the air one more time, and we do have some pressure on Rodgers. It's wide open. I thought it was to the outside, threw it right behind us. And it is going to be Tyler Boyd. I'm sorry, Marquise Brown getting in for the score. 21-9 is going to be the score in your ball game. And what could have been just 3 points ends up in 7 for the New York Jets. Killer for us. And with Justin Fields' mistakes, we're going to start this one off on the ground. Nothing crazy here coming up. The safety did a good job of filling. That's Marcus May. And if we have to go to the air, it's really going to be Marvin Harrison that's going to be the big difference maker for us in this game. As leaking out, it is a huge sack coming up the middle. Josh Franklin-Myers, we had no time on that read option. Pat Eflin got beat. And so we do have to go for verticals here. 3rd and 15. We're going to have to try to take a deep shot to pick up this first down, and up the seam is going to be Demario Douglas. We do get a little bit of a beater there, and I was looking for the opportunity to go to Marvin Harrison again, but hey, Demario Douglas wants to make plays like that. I will take it all day long, as a swim move there is going to allow Fields actually to get in the open field. And we're just going to take this one out of bounds, no fumbles. But that's the plays that we can make. That inside swim move really allowed us to scramble out there. Back to the run. Blake Corum not getting much still. He's been kind of bottled up this half. And Ramondre Stevenson now checks in. They're leaving this middle wide open, except for it's a freaking inside move from Quinnen Williams that comes in and absolutely shuts us down. So when we're completing 3rd downs, it's 3rd and long. We are getting no love here. This is a tough play again to try to convert. And it's going to be out to Demario Douglas if we can hit him, but we can't. And we're going to have to punt this football away. We need to pin them deep here. Beringer to the punt. And this one is set to land right at the 7-yard line. Please just trickle your way out of bounds. And instead, it jumps into the end zone for a touchback. A bad punt. And I'm surprised man coverage has worked so much in this game. So we're going to continue with it. Maybe I'll move to zone more eventually. But they are going to go to the run up the middle. Estein, a juke move to the outside. Really good juke move, and we finally bring him down there. But a score here could spell doom for us, as they do go to the play action. as Rodgers is kind of looking, and he's just going to launch a deep ball here. We're in stride for stride with Tyler Boyd. A little bump and run on that one, but luckily enough, it does fall incomplete. On 2nd and 10, they do go play action here again, as they do just leak it out to the outside. Good tackle there by CJ, and he's been playing pretty well for us in this game. We are bringing the blitz again up the middle. We have a free rusher, and it is caught. That's such a bad 3rd down play. Mecole Hardman getting a good catch. We needed that one to kind of drop our way, but it is going to be another play action here. They're just going at it, as it is a sack that's missed here from Tavi. A run from Aaron Rodgers picks up about 3, and they are finally going to the run here. S-time up the middle. He's kind of bouncing it out there. Maybe enough for the first. It does fall 3rd and 1, but we are now in the 4th quarter. Rushing yards, we got 92. Passing yards, we're outdoing them. It's just the turnovers that's killed us in this ball game, and so I think they are going to go to the air, and they do play action as they throw it behind us, and it is an easy completion. And they did jump, so it does back them up a little bit here, but Zonovan Knight's making it up here on the run, and I didn't realize. I looked at the bottom of the screen. I think Mac Jones may have gotten benched for Sam Hartman. That is hilarious. The Notre Dame quarterback beating out the former top draft pick. Here is a run to the outside. Jabril Peppers giving chase, barely keeping Zonovan Knight out of the end zone. And on the goal line, it's a trap play coming out. We kind of bottled that one up. Jones getting his first rush of the day, going for nothing. As our pickup Rankins there actually made a pretty good tackle. So I'm expecting maybe another run here, but they get backed up again, jumping off sides. That's wild. So many different times in this game. And so we are leaving one-on-one to the right-hand side here. Underneath to Odell Beckham Jr. makes it on the inches. And I am maybe expecting a run up the middle. We'll see how this all works here as they do go to the air. Quick to the outside, and we're there to maybe break it up, but he throws it right over our heads. I'm hitting the swap button as Marquise Brown's got his 2nd touchdown catch of the day. We were maybe a little bit outmatched by this Patriots team, but we need to really pass the ball here to come back. I think Marco Wilson really kind of sold this game coming off the edge there, going for that block. But our 30th ranked offense in the NFL, just not doing much today again. We may drop back to 31 or 32, depending on how it goes. And I'm going to return this kick only because I don't know what's going to happen. Could be a touchdown. Could start at the 20. And so we are going to be heavily passing the ball here to try to get into this game. And I'm going to start it with a deep shot. And I think Harrison had the burners on. It got knocked out by Reed. We had an opportunity there for the burners. Didn't quite work. Out to Blake Corum now in the flats for a decent catch, but that one gets broken up. With a too high look, I think maybe Harrison could be open here, and we're going to try to throw it, and it's thrown right into an interception. Harrison got completely rubbed off the route, and that's going to be an interception. So nothing feasting here. One of the best defenses in the league just shuts us down completely. Maybe I tried to force that one a little too much there. They do go to the slam concept here, running the ball, and we make a good tackle with real peppers as Cade Stover gets injured. Maybe I let the hype get a little bit too much to my head here, as I was just expecting too much. I was expecting Justin Fields to come back in and just walk us to victory. But they are going to continue to try to run this clock out here up the middle. Zonovan Knight just staying up, fighting his way down the field, as we're kind of getting demoralized in this game so far. But they aren't going to the ground again. Instead, go to the outside, and it is another passing touchdown. Man on man, we are just having no luck. Our corners just having a tough time. Tyler Boyd getting his 2nd touchdown of the day. 2 different Jets receivers have 2 touchdowns on the day. 35-9 here. An offensive explosion from the Jets off of our failures. 21 points coming off of turnovers from Justin Fields. 2 of them, not our fault. One of them, I say, Will is. We just need to fight and climb our way back into this game here underneath. Douglas, Brad pass coming out from field. And the funny thing is, we haven't even tested Sauce Gardner at all in this game, and I just don't want to. Instead, we're going the other way. So across the middle, that one's another floater because we got hit as we threw. Our offensive line just struggled, completely getting beat up by this Jets defensive line. 3rd and 10. And we're going to take off here up the middle. Maybe a good carry, and it is going to be a holding call. It's going to back us up there from the receiver. Evan Dotson getting called actually instead of the receiver. But 3rd and 19. I'm just going to try to run a screen to get us back. At least make 4th down now more manageable. You want to talk about having a rough day? This is the definition of a rough day right now, is Blake Corum trying to get off this block. And this late in the game, we do need to go for it. It's as simple as that. We got to get something to work. And quick out to Douglas, and Douglas is going to drop it again. A Douglas drop that could have been a 1st down. The safety delivered a big hit, but that should have been a 1st down. 4th down, I don't think we've converted a single one yet this season, and I'm expecting the Jets just to run out the clock here in this one. First starting off with Zonovan Knight at running back. Instead, they go to play action. That's wild. Here's a tight end on the side, Jeremy Ruckert. Rodgers, only 200 yards in the game, but he's got 4 touchdowns. But our offense has just given our defense no help in today's game. Zonovan Knight is going to get the carry here. We're going to come up and fill, and hopefully we can force this ball out. And instead, hey, I'll take it, a good tackle. But this is going to be a big telltale sign. Will they run it on this 3rd and 8? And then no, they are going to go to the play action. as throwing it across to Jeremy Rucker doesn't quite get in, so they are going to take the field goal. The Jets are going to make it 38-9 in this game. It was 14-9 at half, and one team decided to do well, one team decided not, but nothing on this drive will take us into this game. I just want to see how we do. Up the middle, Jones got nothing, but I am going to continue just to try to force things a little bit. The too high safety look. Out to the outside. We're going to try to take off here with Fields. If we could just dump this one off to it, and we do, but it just doesn't turn around. We got two deep routes here. One here to Harrison. We're going to test it. He's got a little bit of separation. Harrison brings in the deep shot, and so we are going hurry up here, and I am going to be looking at the other side, as it is going to be up and over the top, and this should be the easiest touchdown of our career, but we miss it. Those are the plays that we need to convert. We need to make fourth down once again more manageable. As we are just going to try to take off here with Fields, and we do get sacked. We need Blake Corum to stay in here and block. As we are just going to go across the middle here, and this is a bad throw, and it's going to be the game. That's going to be all she wrote. We just took it straight to the end of the game. Offensively, we couldn't do anything. The Jets just tried to run at the clock, and we fall in this game 38-9. Not what we wanted from Justin Fields. 3 bad turnovers. The only bright spot in the game is Marvin Harrison. I did throw up one more jump ball to him that did get completed, but Juju Smith-Schuster was locked down by Sauce Gardner all day. We couldn't get it to him. Demario Douglas had a decent game. Running, Blake Corum, some garbage time, but that's about it. But passing, the completion percentage, just not what we wanted today. Blocking is a big thing for me because Pat Eflin, Mike Onwenu, Kevin Dotson, all really bad sacks. I think Mekhi Becton let one up as well. And defensively, we just got stuck in some really bad situations. You see the scores by quarter after the second half just didn't go our way. So we have to look forward right now to next week. And week number 7 is going to be having us pick back up Tyler Batty off the Colts practice squad. And we're going to be moving Travis Homer back down to our practice squad. And with Matt Judon on IR, Mapu is going to be starting today, but I'm going to pick up a backup for him. And that's going to be Boogie Basham, former New York Giant, and I think former Bill as well. But the trade deadline's almost here. And as you can see, there's a lot of guys up for grabs, some big names. Obviously, we put Jabril Peppers there just because I want to field some offers. But Justin Simmons, Brian Burns, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, and some actually pretty good wide receivers, Tolbert, Marshall Jr., Charlie Jones, and Jalen Hyatt are all there. One stop I am looking is the cornerback position. A lot of good corners here, a lot of young corners like Kaylee Ringo, but the running back class right now is absolutely insane. So many players available. Tank Bigsby, we could maybe make a reunion with him and Bo Nick, with so many different players available that we need to keep in mind. But we are facing off today against the 2-4 Seattle Seahawks without Tyler Lockett. They're going to have Kenneth Walker returning from injury this week. We are 3-point underdogs, so place your bets if necessary. And looking at it here, both of these teams' offenses really struggle. We have more rushing yards, they have more passing yards, only by a little bit. Defensively, though, we're giving up a lot of points. I just think because we're putting our defense in bad spots, because yards-wise, we are definitely winning that battle. But they are the 24th ranked defense, 27th ranked offense. So maybe this is a chance today to grab one here, move to 2-5 on the season, and hopefully get Justin Fields his second win in a Patriots uniform. We have a lot of ground to make up here with the standings if we even want to sniff a chance at the playoffs. But we're going to have to do without Matthew Judon with his torn labrum. Maybe we'll have to move him at the deadline. But Geno's off to a rough start on the season, so hopefully we can nab maybe our second interception of the year. Our defense is just not forced turnovers. But I think this is going to be a game where we lean on the ground game just a little bit more. Bobby Wagner in the middle. But other than that, their front 7 on defense are just not that good, while their secondary is phenomenal. And we are actually fielding some offers on Jonathan Jones after putting him up on the trade block here. These are actually some insane trade offers coming in across the board. We could maybe move him if we really wanted to. T. Higgins up for availability. I really want you guys to keep this in mind here because that is an insane offer coming in from the Bengals. And same with Tavi Zeitler, Leonard Williams, Najee Harris, Zach Charbonnet. Across the board, some more really good trade offers coming out here. Jalen Hyatt even available. We could bring back the Giants franchise legend, Josh Downs. Holy crap, these trade offers are nuts. So I want you to go ahead, think about which one you want to take because we definitely will be moving on from some players because I don't want to re-sign Jonathan Jones to a massive deal again at age 30. And same with Ramondre Stevenson. I think he holds some value as well with the way Blake Corum's running the football. Maybe we move on from him. But I do want to bring back Barrymore, and I'm going to actually do that early right here. And this is going to be a huge cap hit to me. But I am going to start with kind of a lower offer, and we'll work our way up here. And he says at this time, I'd just like more time with this franchise. So does he want more years tagged onto that deal? I will make him a long-term guy if we really need to. But also Judon is on the last year of his deal at age 32. So there's a lot of guys here that we are going to have to move on from, move or re-sign, like Justin Fields. We're going to have to re-sign him to a long-term deal. But going back to the game, we are going to stop the outside run. And I want to be able to attack this defense inside. I want to run between the gaps and really just try to bring pressure on Geno Smith and ground and pound them down the field. That's how I think we're going to be able to win football games going forward. Now, yes, Justin Fields can sling the rock when we ask him to, but our offense is going to be a run-first kind of style. And in an Eric Bieniemy type offense, is that always the case? Has that been really the case? No, but that's just how this is going to work right now. And we desperately need to win here today, but we are in the home of the 12th man for the Seattle Seahawks. Once again, a nice little CBS presentation view for us. Something different, just changing it up. And Marvin Harrison Jr. coming off a pretty good week last week, moved him up to number 7 in the league in terms of receiving yards. Blake Corum, I think, is number 2, only behind Bijan Robinson. And Bijan Robinson has been the workhorse there in Atlanta with their new offensive coordinator coming in. I think he's getting somewhere in the range of 20 to 25 carries a game, which is insane. But Blake Corum in yards per attempt, I think, is number 2 as well in the league. Really running the football well, so leaning on him today is going to be big. But also mixing in some read options. So I want to use Justin Fields a little bit more on the ground. Yeah, we know the fumbling issues are going to be there. Let's see what we can do today. And I need Christian Gonzalez to lock down. And we definitely from him, because if we are going to move in from Jonathan Jones, I need some understanding that Christian Gonzalez is a true number 1 corner, and Marcus Jones maybe moved into that number 2 spot today to play a little bit more there, because if we are going to move on from Jones, Marcus Jones is going to have to step up. But if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you for all the love on the startup Patriots franchise. That is insane. It's so awesome to see. I'm watching the view numbers go up right now. I'm filming this only 2 days after that video got posted, and my mind is just absolutely blown. But here we go now. Blake Corum starting on the ground, stretch play. We gotta look for the hole here, and it's just nothing going on as we do the stiff arm, and it just doesn't go anywhere. Jamal Adams moving into the box now for the Seahawks, almost full time at this point. Is kind of disgusting here, but a run at the middle for Blake Corum to kind of get back some of those yards. We do have to go to the air here on 3rd down. Pressure already coming here from the field position or home. We're going to go quick to the outside. It's a bad pass to Demario Douglas, and we're going to punt this ball away early. So obviously not the start that we wanted. Behringer is going to punt this one away. But Marco Wilson also is going to get a lot more playing time if this team continues to move away from Jonathan Joseph. So we're going to need good plays from him as well. He'll probably move into the slot corner position. Maybe Taylor Rapp will. But a move today as Geno Smith does come out on the field is that at our sub linebacker spot, Mapu's going to be there as well as Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean hasn't gotten a lot of playing time with us today, but we definitely will scratch. Nakobe Dean hasn't gotten a lot of playing time so far this year, but I want to lean on him a lot more here today as up the middle, a decent run. You see, we do have some injuries affecting us. Tristan Hill will be coming back next week, but with the way Sheldon Rankins is playing in the middle, I wasn't going to rush him off of IR. I don't think I could rush him off of IR, but on 2nd and 5, they are going to go to the run one more time. Is in the middle. Was that Rankins? No, it was Barrymore. We just tried to re-sign to a long-term deal. He gets a good plug there, but already now 3rd down 6. We're going to sit man-to-man. I'm not going to bring pressure. Jabril Peppers just looking for any in-breaking routes here, and they do go out to the outside to the tight end for a grab. And I haven't really decided what our defensive game plan is going to be in this game quite yet. Maybe bring some pressure, maybe force Geno Smith to make some good passes. Bad passes, this one up, and it is a knockdown from Christian Gonzalez. I was saying good pass to the outside. Gonzalez one-on-one, we're not able to get the pick. Another dropped one coming out there from him, so it does suck, but I'm excited to use Nakobe Dean playing in the middle now as they do go run here, and a good stop, good swallow up there. Mapu there, getting a good amount of playing time today. Really good tackles. They earn another 3rd down. We're going to rush 5, see if we can get pressure rolling here. And it is going to be out to the outside. Easy completion, but there is a penalty flag out. My hope it is going to be a holding. And it is. So that does stifle this Seattle drive a little bit. Negate the 1st down. Anthony Bradford at right guard there. Barrymore was the one forcing it on him. And the nice thing is this week as well, Javon Ballard is going to be back from injury. So I'm excited to use him again. As I do run it here, as Mapu coming up to make the tackle. It is going to be Nakobe Dean finishing it off, though. So kind of excited about those two in the middle. A lot of speed now from our linebacking core today. And that was a big focus in our nickel look. Still being able to stop the run while having speed. And with Javon Bullard coming back, it just means I'm more confident in moving on from Jonathan Jones. But Marcus Jones here on the return, and it goes absolutely nowhere. Bad blocking from Mapu. But, you know, we don't ask him to be a special teams player. We ask him to be a linebacker for us. But going back now to the ground here. As I see a little hole there, Blake Corum up the middle for a good run to start the drive. And I'm really debating whether or not we bring in Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, with the way Blake Corum is running, I just don't see any point in it. I don't see any point in really leaning on him here as a run up the middle. We couldn't get our guy across. In that trap concept, I need that block to seal, and I was trying to hit it underneath, but it didn't quite work. So on 3rd and 5 here, we are going to the air again. Maybe telegraphing it a little bit. We're going to go out to Harrison. It is caught, but it is a 4th and 1. So this is another punting situation. I wanted to get it to the sticks there, but the coverage was pretty tight on Harrison, so this ball is going to go up. Mathis making a really good play on special teams, getting a solid tackle there. Maybe pressure is going to be the answer today. If that's how we're going to win this game, I'm more than happy with it. As Gonzalez is going to come up the middle here. It's going to be a play action. And it's just going to be a deep shot here. One-on-one, DK Metcalf, and a good breakup coming up from Jones. Marcus Jones, a good stop there on the deep ball. Geno Smith wants to test us, and if he wants to test us, I'll be more than happy to try to shut it down. And we're just going to continue to try to apply pressure here. Wrap coming up. We should have a free rusher. Just a spot route to the tight end. On 3rd and 4, they are going to go to the air and just leak it out. Geno Smith trying to throw it up the field, and it is good coverage again from Christian Gonzalez. That time there on Dwayne Eskenridge, and I'll take that all day long. So a bunch of early punts here in this game. Not a lot of movement from either offense. The 27th ranked offense and the 31st ranked offense. What else did you expect? But I'm going to change up the playbook a little bit here. We're going to go away from the run, I think, on 1st down and go to the air. And on a 1st down, incompletion does bring up 2nd down. We do have to go quick here. Pocket presence. We're going to scramble out with Justin Fields and actually turn this one up the Fields. And Fields is going to get the open field, good for a 20-yard rush. So getting it done with the leg. Can't get the run working with the running backs. May as well go to the quarterbacks here. Is out to the outside. A bad pass. And that one barely does fall in. Tried to make that one a bullet pass. For some reason, it was lobbed in. Luckily enough, Marvin Harrison was able to haul it in. So thank goodness on that one. But it is going to set up a play action. We're going to roll across here. Set our feet. Try to deliver this one to the tight end. Doesn't get in. Now, honestly, I'm thinking about benching Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah, last week he went up against a tough ass. But I'm going to try to set our feet. Deliver a shot here down the field and is knocked out. But Juju Smith-Schuster got locked down last week by Sauce Gardner. But other than that, we have actually struggled to get him the ball. It's been a rough season for him so far here. As a wheel route, and we're just going to truck this one up, and it is just a bad pass. We're hit as we throw. So our drive kind of peters out there. We're going to have to punt this one away. But playing the field position battle, we're going to have to try to pin them very, very deep here. Let's see what Behringer can do it. We put a lot of backspin on this ball. This ball's going to land right at about the 1-yard line. Can we keep it in? And we just don't. So not what we wanted out of that punt. No worries here. Geno Smith audibling as they do go to the play action. And they do go quick to the outside, and it is a good route there from Eskenridge on Christian Gonzalez one-on-one. If we do bring blitz, we need to get it to in there. I'm just simply not running a high safety look right now. I have no reason to. Do go to the play action one more time, and we're just bleeding out here, and it is jumped almost by Christian Gonzalez. Another dropped interception from him, which is awesome. But those are the type of plays that we need from him. He's got 3 knockdowns already in this game. They are going to continue to go to this play action, looking to pass to the outside. Good tackle from Mapu in man-to-man, but pressure almost got there one more time. We're just blitz heavy today. That's how this team's going to work. We're going to bring wrap, and they do throw it underneath, and a good tackle again from Christian Gonzalez, and we're going to force Seattle to punt this football away. So they're going to try to play the field position game as well, pin us very, very deep here. And with Jones, I am going to try to return this one. I know catching it on the 5 is a little bit risky. We're going to return this one up the middle. Jones to the outside, getting all the way up to about the 20 anyways. With only one linebacker above in the box. Hopefully a run here. Zone read should open up the middle, but we couldn't get our left guard to get off there to get up for the block. We just need to get things moving here. Pressure coming. We're just going to dump this one off up the field to Juwan Johnson for the first. But that does bring the end of the first quarter. 0-0 score for 2 of the worst offenses in the NFL. And I just really want to put a score up on the board here so far. And I do see him, and we are going to go to him, Juwan Johnson, but we just miss him. I try to set the feet. I try to make a good throw. But with no high safety looks here, we are going to try to drop. And I see him right away. If we could throw this up and over, Demario Douglas gets in there. We dropped it in over the safety. Joseph there in coverage. So a good pass from Justin Fields is going to move us up the field. As we are now going to try to run away from the strong side. See if we can get a hole to open up. Blake Corum, nothing going. We haven't really gotten him as involved in this game as I wanted to. The game plan coming in is just not working at all. Pressure coming already as our offensive line is just crumbling so far. The past 2 weeks have been very, very rough for our offensive line. And that's going to require me to leave Blake Corum into block. We really just can't send him out on routes right now. As I do see him, Demario Douglas, please drop this one in. As we do on the wheel route, and he's going to get into the end zone. So Demario Douglas doing the absolute most to get our team down the field. The wheel route just opening up right behind the corner, giving chase. That switch concept confused them, and Demario Douglas is able to put up the first score in the ball game. A high arcing throw. We are just able to drop it in. I'll take that all day long. 7-0 now is the score. Finally in the second quarter, some team puts up a score, and Behringer in to punch this one through. Why is Will Lutz not in? We're now back in our regular 4-3, which means Tavi and Bentley are going to be coming in. They do kick it off with a run up the middle here. Bentley, good tackle. And maybe this linebacker shift is the move we needed, because so far in the nickel, or if not, our team is just playing very, very well so far. But they do go 5 wide. So that does mean obvious pass. It's going to be a screenplay to the outside. We're over there. Mapu, good tackle. The speed getting out there is incredible from him as a user. And so already in a 3rd and 5, I'm going to bring a blitz again here. It's going to be Jones coming off the edge. We know it is going to be a pass. We should have a free rusher coming in, and we do on a sack. Taylor Rapp coming off the edge there, bringing a lot lot of our defensive backs, Jones and Rapp. Somebody was able to squeak through, and our defense absolutely feasting. A top 10 defense in the NFL is what we build. Yes, we let Kyle Duggar walk in free agency, but the way the rest of our safeties have played has been absolutely phenomenal so far. And our goal today is going to be no turnovers. Simple as that. I want no turnovers across the board with Justin Fields or anybody else on our team. As this is a trap concept, it just gets free here. The linebacker is the one that ended up getting scooped for in the trap, but a good run there from Blake Corum. Finally, his first good one on the day. We are going to run right behind Taysom Hill here at tight end, just get the first down out of it, and we do. So if we do run the football, it's just going to be a tough day on the ground. Simple as that. We're going to have to earn some very, very tough yards up the middle here again. A Blake Corum finally finding his footing for a good another run. And Ramondre Stevenson now checking in, and we are going stretch play to the weak side here again. As long as 69 can go up and get to the second level, it's going to be Ramondre Stevenson off to the races. He's on the trade block for us. He is our number 2 running back. I do really like him as a number 2. Maybe he should get more carries for us. I don't know. But we are moving in this ball game. We're going to scramble out here and just dump it right off underneath. Nice catch here by Harrison. We are looking for Juju Smith-Schuster here on this play action. So we are going to fake it to Blake Corum out the outside. And I do see him. If we can fit this one in. Juju finally getting involved, but he doesn't hold on to it. There's just an absolute killer coming out there. We could have easily gotten it, but Demario Douglas is going to have an easy catch here again. Just run for the first down. The mesh concept working pretty well there. And this Seattle defense isn't highly ranked in the league. I was just worried about their corners coming into this game. But so far, the passing game's kind of worked out for us. As Blake Corum up the middle, trying to get his 3rd touchdown on the year. Doesn't quite get there. But I do want to bring in Ramondre Stevenson as a power back. He's not going to come in on this play, but will next play, because we're just going to try to power this one in. But Blake Corum up the middle is going to have an easy walk in. He's got his 3rd touchdown on the season. And the rookies for us continue just to ball. Yes, Bo Nix's bench, but everywhere else, we are absolutely feasting. Kevin Dotson and David Andrews is a very good combination on the inside there. Now Will Lutz going to come in and get the extra point. My goal is to finish with a better season than last year. Hopefully make a look for the playoffs, compete maybe for a wild card spot. At 1-5, that is kind of rough, but maybe we could rebound here with the way our team has been playing today, especially with Justin Fields. Moved to 2-1 with him as a starter here, but a run to the outside as CJ Gardner just gets taken out. And it's now off to the races for Kenneth Walker finally. That was a very tough run there out of Kenneth Walker, and I expected him to go back to him here. DK Metcalf now coming in motion. They do run up the middle. We were all over it there. Nakobe Dean coming through the middle. What a solid play. And if those are the kind of looks that we can get, I will be happy, as it is a play action out to the outside. Geno Smith just misses the pass, though. And his struggles this season do very much continue. 3rd and very long with Nakobe Dean. We got to run man-to-man here with Zach Charbonnet underneath, though, the pass, and that's not enough for the first down. 7 for 12 for 58 yards for Geno so far in this game. And on 4th and 4, they are going to go for it, but the 2-minute warning stops them right now. But they still are going to go for it. I'm not expecting to run. I expect them to pass. We're going to try to take anything quick underneath here to Eskenridge, as it does jump off to the running back, and it is a good play. Dean there in coverage, and I think God came and hit him from behind. So we got great field position now to start this drive, and Eric Bieniemy in his offensive playbook loves these very deep outs, but instead we're just going to check this one down to Hunter Henry at first, and we are just going to sit in the hurry up here, but I want to try to catch them slipping here with a run just to try to get this first down, and we do. So I did burn an early timeout here, but with press, man, this is maybe where I could hit Harrison up and over the top, as long as we give it some time here. And it is a deep ball. It's going to be corner of the end zone. Harrison just not able to run underneath of it. So in a 3rd and 10, I want to try to get this first down, as it's going to be out to Juju, and it's just a bad pass to the outside. And this is a very deep field goal, 59 yards for Will Lutz. I'm actually going to burn a timeout. I want to punt this football away, go against coach suggestions, and we are just going to try to pin them here. Try to get some backspin on the ball. Beringer, I brought everybody in to cover, as this one is going to land very deep in the end zone. So not the best punt in the world coming out. We actually boomed that one a lot more than I thought. We do know that they are going to go to the air. They do go play action. We're going to run here. Geno Smith, somebody please sack him. He's got all day in the pocket right now. He finally does take off. I was sitting there in coverage just having and looking deep. And we are just going to continue to bring a couple here. They do go play action one more time out to the tight end. They do burn a timeout on that play. Now another motion here. Audibling. DK Metcalf coming across the field. We are going single high one-on-one across the board. Bringing 5. We just need to stop here. At the outside. Oh, Christian Gonzalez, you read it like a book. Please just catch one of those. If that man could catch, he'd have 20 interceptions this year, I feel like, at this point. But yeah, it is another pass breakup. He's got 5 of those today, as we are going out. And they do go to the tight end here again. Jones just getting kind of picked on. A little bit of maybe a telltale sign there, but underneath, they do go throw it out to DK Metcalf, but that one doesn't fall in. Both quarterbacks struggling here today in terms of completion percentage, but for us, I mean, is that really anything new? But I'm watching for Jones here if he does get picked on again. Instead, they go out to Kenneth Walker, who tries to turn up the field, does go out of bounds. Uchi pushes him out. As I am a little bit afraid here, CJ Gardner-Johnson. I need Eskenridge is man-on-man against Mapu, but it's quick to the outside, caught by DK Metcalf. They do burn a timeout, so we are bringing blitz here again. Bentley in man-to-man coverage. I was kind of worried about there because Mapu was man-on-man with Eskenridge, but there's going to be a deep shot. I see it crossing the field. Luckily enough, Gonzalez wasn't step for step, but we are just playing defense here on the end zone. We're going to drop deep, make it look like a cover 4. Instead, it's going to rotate to a cover 6. Clock continues to run, and just as long as nothing gets in, as they do test a deep ball here, and it is caught. 6 seconds left, 1st and goal. Jones again letting up a bad pass, but they are just going to go with the field goal. I'll perfectly take that. Bend but don't break. Our defense only allows 3 points in the first half, and we're just going to take this one now into the next half. And looking at some other rookie quarterbacks struggling, Michael Penix, 9 of 18 with 2 interceptions over in Cleveland. On Russell Wilson, they did restructure his contract, so he did come back, but not doing so well there for the Broncos. 1-5 starts of the year. But we are starting off here on defense, so we do have to kick this ball deep. But we do have a 2-score lead in this one, so good first half. Obviously, our offense wasn't clicking in its entirety in terms of completion percentage from Justin Fields, but I like the way we were moving the football. But our defense absolutely balling out, so we just need to continue that here. I'm worried about Jonathan Jones. I may move and bench Jones and move Marcus Jones over, as Marcus Jones making a good tackle there for a TFL, but then Javon Bullard bringing him in as a slot corner look, or Taylor Rapp is going forward. Jonathan Jones will be completely out of the game, so how it's going to work, CJ Gardner-Johnson is actually going to be moving down to slot corner. Javon Bullard coming in at free safety, and then at strong safety as another good tackle comes out here. This one is going to be Keon White, but Javon Bullard moving back to free safety. So a little bit of movement there. Jabril Peppers moving from the free over to strong. No worries as they do go out quick to the outside. Mapu, good tackle again. I really like the way he's been playing. Thank you to the suggestions in the comments. People tell me he should be playing more, because he's absolutely feasting in this game as we do force another Seattle punt. And I'm thinking about moving Jones off a returner, because if he is going to be the number 2 corner on our team, I don't want him getting injured. I don't want any... Okay, maybe we do keep him in. Maybe we do keep him in. What a good return up the middle. But coming out, I do want to get back on the ground a little bit. Justin Fields, we just need 50% completion percentage from him, but we just need the running game just to work here. Blake Corum to the outside. Good run, breaking one. But if we have no need to pass the ball, I think we'll be chilling here. Quick to the outside, though. Juju's not able to bring it in. This is a big 3rd down, because if we could put points up on the board here, that would be huge for us, as we're going to go quick over to Harrison. Harrison's got the grab, making one miss there, but he does go down with an injury. Oh no, this could be huge for our offense. Terribly huge, as he is grabbing his wrist, walking into the locker room. This is going to be an injury we need to hear about. The number 7 wide receiver in the league in terms of yards and everything else going down is huge. Juwan Jennings is now going to be a big player for us, as we are going to run out and scramble here. And it's going to be Justin Fields taking off here, enough for the first down. Good run coming out from him, and that's what we get from his 93 speed. Bruce Sternum, we all know what that is. Little knock in the noggin, but he is going to be out for the rest of this game here underneath, and we're just going to go to Hunter Henry on a drag round. If Hunter Henry can just have a little bit more speed, that would have been a great opportunity to punch in a score, but now we'll run here against a very heavy box. Maybe I should check it to a pass, and we are going to check it to a quick pass here, and just try to scramble out with Justin Fields, try to find something. And I don't see anything. We're just going to throw this one away. 3rd and 2. Still keep it manageable, but a good job there from Seattle containing us. As now we are just going to go mask on a mask here. Ramondre Stevenson up the middle. Actually, we're going to break this to the outside of Ramondre Stevenson. Such a good run. The containment on the outside. Good seal there from our wide receivers and tight ends. I think it was Juju with a solid block there. Juwan Jennings as well, but just that whole left side. Hunter Henry, that's who it was with the good seal, and we were able to easily walk into the end zone. 21-3 in this ball game. Good job. Good run by Justin Fields earlier in the drive. We're finally starting to maybe find our groove on offense here, finding our identity. It's pass as little as possible, but still use our quarterback in the running game, making plays with his legs, not being afraid to force the run instead of forcing the pass with him, and a good drive coming out. So there's a chance here we can get up to 2-1 with Justin Fields after starting the year 0-4. So for our defense, absolutely nothing's going to change after the first drive. I like the way all the movement looked. No issues with it. Jabril Peppers playing down here in a hook curl zone. Obviously a motion coming out. as DK Metcalf does go to the other side here, but it is still a run up the middle. Luckily enough, we're able to stop it. Matt Pratis on the interior for the Seahawks goes down. But I was worried there. That motion maybe caused a little bit there of confusion. But with the way Nakobe Dean has played, I've just been absolutely shocked about how well we played. But up the seam, DK Metcalf getting burnt on Marcus Jones. So we put the trust into Marcus Jones one-on-one, giving him a very tough assignment against one of the most physical, dominant wide receivers in the league, and DK Metcalf does open it up there with a touchdown. Just an inside release on him that did work. He wasn't able to finish off the tackle. So if we want Marcus Jones to play, maybe we run high safety, limit our blitzes from the safety spot. But we know to get back into this game, they're going to have to go to the air. We cannot let it come back. We need this win today. And with a score in 15 seconds, that is kind of a little bit of a letdown in terms of momentum here, as Demario Douglas now back to return in this game up the middle, getting a solid one. So I do want to control the clock a lot here up the middle. Blake Corum, good run. Juke move to the outside, not able to get it to work. His juke move is not the greatest in the world, but he does have a great break tackle for his size. We are just going to keep it on the ground here on second down. We need our guys to scrape off here. Going up the middle, we need that first. And on this 3rd and inches, I can't believe I'm doing this, but we are just going to QB sneak this one to try to get the first, and we do. The 92%er maybe now coming over to New England. They are dropping safeties very, very deep here, so this is where we can get another good run to pop off. And hopefully we can here. We're going to break this to the outside. Blake Corum getting a good juke move. I was just hating on it earlier, but I'll take that one all day long. Having just a true #1 back has been awesome for us. Scratch. Having a true #1 back for us has just been awesome. If I could just get this pass out there, we do. Juwan Johnson barely fitting in. The leaking out was incredible. The defensive end absolutely hammering us. That one just floated up, and just somehow we're able to get that play to work. But another run here as Ramondre Stevenson does get bottled up. And it looks like they are going to bring pressure here on this 3rd down after nothing happened on 2nd. And they do bring it. And up and over the top, Juwan Jennings. I just need you to get underneath of it. And we do. Juwan Jennings coming in for the injured Marvin Harrison, obviously. Not the replacement that we needed, but the replacement that is deserved right now. I think that's how the Batman quote goes. But we were able to easily drop that one in. Hey, look, even though we weren't able to score off that, I'll take that huge play. Our 3rd down offense has actually just been pretty solid this season compared to most teams in the league. Hey, if it's Taysom Hill leaking out, I'll take it, but we're not able to turn up field with it as Kevin Dotson gets banged up now. So a huge loss to our interior. Hopefully it's not too bad. We've already lost Matthew Judon, and we lost Marvin Harrison for this week. So if that does continue, that will be a little bit of an L here, and they're just pressuring in the interior. We're just going to take off here with Justin Fields, get ourselves into the end zone. We don't, but a solid run as Dotson does dislocate his shoulders. So the former starter from last year, Sidney So's going to come in. But Ramondre, can we get him his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game? Up the middle, not quite. We are now going to try a fade route, but they do kind of bottle it up, and I don't see anything. I'm just going to throw this one away, and we take a bad sack. Oh, Justin Fields, your release has been so good. That's such a bad sack taken here. That's an absolute killer. So a bunch of seam concepts here. And we're going to try to whip it across, and Demario Douglas, luckily enough, is able to get in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. That is a huge score for us. So after a bad play, once again, another big 3rd down play for us. Somehow we can get those work, but can't get the 4th and shorts or the 3rd and shorts to work for us. But Demario Douglas coming in, with Marvin Harrison injured, he is truly our #1 at receiver. And that catch there is huge. So 28-10's the score now. Hopefully this is enough to kind of put the nail in the coffin, but you never know. But the nice thing about that last drive is we took 7 minutes off the clock, which is huge as we are now almost into the 4th quarter. We're just rushing the ball very well. That's just been our bread and butter here, as we're going to run across with DK instead going out. Mapu's not able to make the tackle, but does force him out. Will Dissly's just been a huge target in today's game, but that's kind of been the consistent theme. We've struggled against tight ends this year, which I get it, as they do go run here, and it's a good bottle up here. Mapu again. That is how you earn your playing time here. He's definitely going to be seeing the field no matter what going forward. But at the end of the 3rd quarter, going into the 4th, 180 to 190 passing yards, but we have 150 on the ground. Blake Corum, really being the heart and soul of our team here, as we may have to kind of double cover DK Metcalf there, because we do have Nakobe Dean in coverage. That's a bad matchup, but it is a draw. No worries, as Jabril Peppers comes up, makes a huge tackle. So maybe a bad call there by Seattle. The draw play getting snuffed out right away, so we do force another punt. And Jones had a good return last time. Let's hope we can do more of the same. This one's going to go up the middle. We're going to break this out here. And Jones got another big hole, but a flag is going to come out. It's going to be holding. I think that was on Jabril Peppers. I'll have to check. But no, it was on our new pickup, Boogie Basham. So will we see somebody get cut after this game? Absolutely. Boogie Basham no longer on the team. You come in for one game, you get penalties. Sorry, that's how you lose a roster spot. But Blake Corum, good run, good bounce there. And we're really just going to try to control the clock here. It's as simple as that. But with the overhang, I'm just going to switch this to a base regular run here. And good scrape off there from the guard, Sidney Snow. I should have cut that inside. With it being third down, we are going to go to the air here. And as long as Juwan Johnson can leak out, actually, holy crap, I see him. Up and over the top, Juwan Johnson leaked out so much more than I thought. The tight end off to the races here. The play action just absolutely worked. I've been so used to just dumping off those play actions. Juwan Johnson, I said maybe if we could get him to leak, and holy crap, did he ever. Looked like a whole broken faucet there with how wide open he got. Up and over the top, the safety help wasn't able to come over. It must have been some sort of match zone there, but it just walked away as Justin Fields cooking for us. And looking at it, it was just a broken coverage. Witherspoon here in a cover 3 had to his deep zone, but he fell for the underneath there and over the top. That completely allowed Juwan Johnson to get open up and over the top. Great touchdown. I'll take those points all day long. 35-10 your score. Gosh, it feels good to have a blowout here after getting blown out last week. So now I'm not going to bring a lot of blitzes coming into this fourth quarter with them obviously having to pass their way back into this game. How it's going to work is we're going to run a lot of deep zones, let them pass underneath, and just control tempo, control time, make sure there's no deep shots, quick scores. As honestly, I'm just falling in love with Mike Vrabel's playbook here. Actually, it's also going to be a lot of zone. I don't want to do a lot of man-to-man, but across, and it is going to be a penalty on us for getting collision with DK Metcalf. Luckily, it's going to be declined anyway, but I don't want any scores in under 2.5 minutes. That's the goal here. We're just going to sit back, play. Screenplay coming out, though. Nakobe Dean coming all the way across the field for a very good tackle. His speed is ridiculous. One of the coverages I am falling in love with this Mike Vrabel defense is that cover 6 look. Kind of a cover 3, kind of transitions itself into a cover 6. And that's just been awesome so far as out the outside Eskenridge. With CJ playing that slot corner look, I am kind of in like that as well. Maybe we'll continue running that as Jonathan Jones just will be completely out here as underneath DK Metcalf with a good grab. But with the trade deadline approaching, I really need to know what guys do you want to make moves on, because this is our defense right now. I like the way it's playing. Pure 10 points allowed, and Jones isn't even on the field for us. That's just a change, and so we're definitely moving on from him. But we do have trade offers from almost every one of our major defensive players. Judon, Barrymore, Jones, Avi in the middle. So do we move on, and what do we move on them for? Do we move on for some weapons? How do we project this as Mapu? Oh, I should have had the interception. As a user, his speed is just too much fun as they are going for it on 4th and 10. Play action look. We're kind of rolling out here, up and over the top, and it is a touchdown over Jabril Peppers. I stopped running with it just for a second, but they're able to fit it in. Jabril going heavy for the interception there. So it is a late score getting put up by Seattle here as the field goal almost misses. But with 4 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock, that is not going to be a continuance here. It's not going to be able to work as they are bringing out some onside kicks already in this ballgame. Dickinson's going to kick it to us here, and a good recovery from Juju, and we're just going to go down with it. I don't want to take any shots, and we're going to need to heavily lean on the run here if we want things to work. Hey, if Mekhi Becton goes straight up for Bobby Wagner, that'd be huge, but instead we are just going to break this one to the outside. Good little run there. Make sure we stay in bounds, run down the clock. Blake Corum's going to finish this game again with over 100 yards. They're running that linebacker site very, very tight. Scratch. And they're running that linebacker set very, very tight there. It's going to be hard to run, but it is going to get a first down, maybe even more, as that is over 100 yards in this game. Blake Corum's had to earn it, though. 5 yards per carry, 20 carries on the day. But I am going to bring in Ramondre Stevenson now, get him some carries, as he just hasn't gotten a lot this season. But today, 32 yards on the ground, including that great touchdown run, bounce to the outside. I've just loved the way our team has cooked so far in this game. I haven't seen Justin Fields' stats come up yet, so I'm excited to see them. And with it being a third down, we are going to go to the air, quick to the outside. Juwan Jennings just not able to bring it in, but Will Lutz is going to attempt a 44-yard field goal. Hopefully this one knocked through, pushed a little to the right, but it is going to be good. 38-17 is the score. And Seattle did put up one more score, but it is no worries. We walk away with the win, 38-24. Geno Smith did pass all the way down the field, then ran it in from the 2-yard line. But I want to take a look here at the stats. How did we finish up? Justin Fields, maybe his best day as a New England Patriot so far, but also Christian Gonzalez, one of his best days as a New England Patriot. We threw for 263 yards, 15 of 31, still need that completion percentage up, but running the ball was just our bread and butter. 108 from Blake Corum, 3 broken tackles. So the broken tackles for me is where that just continues to find success. And receiving wise, Demario Douglas 95, Juwan Johnson 92, Harrison 33. Across the board, a little bit of issues, but still just Juju Smith-Schuster is where I'm still having these problems. Do we look for a new receiver? maybe this is a move that we make at the deadline. Let me know, because I just haven't been able to find him open, give him good look, and that drop today again did hurt us a lot. But on defense, the two guys now getting a lot more playing time today, Mapu and Kobe Dean, both came in and played phenomenal for us. Still lack of interceptions, but Taylor Rapp did get one nice sack. But a complete day overall, and we're going to move on now to the final day of this episode. Before we jump into our Week 8 game, I want to take a look at some of the stats real quick. Justin Fields, I didn't realize he did throw a little bit on the Bears. Caleb Williams went out for like half a game. But the stats over here, not looking too bad. Bo Nix, 5 touchdowns. Justin Fields, 7. 2 of them, though, came over in Chicago, I'm pretty sure. Rushing-wise, Blake Corum just completely dominating with 616 yards on the ground, over 5 yards a carry. But with receiving yards, luckily Marvin Harrison Jr. will be coming back today. But 507 receiving yards. Demario Douglas, a great week last week, finishing with 95 and 2 tutties. He's kind of been on one the past couple of weeks. But Juwan Johnson coming in along with Juwan Jennings. Both those two guys making impact plays. But here's the problem I'm having. Juju Smith-Schuster, our wide receiver number 2, only 83 yards so far on the season. So Juwan Jennings is going to be getting the start today for us. Justin Ross is going to be backing him up. Juju's going to bump down to, I think, receiver 5. But looking at the whole league right now in terms of passing yards, CJ Stroud, Jared Goff, and Tua leading the way. Rookie Jaden Daniels, though, up there at number 4. Drake May, another rookie quarterback, sitting at 1,700. But Caleb Williams all the way down here, only 1,000 passing yards so far this season. 4 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. JJ McCarthy struggling as well, only 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But I think JJ McCarthy did end up getting benched, as Jacoby Brissett's been getting a lot of playing time in his place. But in terms of interceptions, Russell Wilson and Penix, the other rookie, leading the way. Caleb Williams there, as we talked about. But a rough year for some of these quarterbacks in the NFL. And looking at the quarterback rankings, Justin Fields sitting at the number 17th best quarterback, so not too bad there. Bo Nix down here a little bit more, sitting at number 32. Kenny Pickett, Mac Jones, Russell Wilson, Anthony Richardson, a bunch of quarterbacks still below him. Mac Jones, though, did end up getting benched after the Week 5 game for the Saints. Sam Hartman, in turn, did take the starting job, and he's kind of run away with it here. 280 and a touchdown, 250, touchdown and a pick, so really good work out of him. But running the ball wise, Bijan Robinson, Blake Corum now officially tied. Bijan did not get a lot of work last week. Blake Corum averaging 5.4 yards per carry. Not a lot of runs over 20. He's broken off maybe 1 to 4. But stats-wise, you just look at it, it's just consistent work out of him. Outside of Week 4 and Week 2, 100, 184, 100. The production out of him has been extreme here, but Derrick Henry's an interesting one because he's got almost 500 yards on the season, but him and one other big running back did get put on the trade block. Josh Jacobs there as well. Brian Burns also sitting there in the Panthers on the trade block, and if we did want to trade for him, it would cost just over a second-round draft pick, so we're definitely not going to make a move for him because then we'd also have to re-sign him. But looking now at receiving yards, Marvin Harrison still sitting at the number 7 spot, 507 on the season, which is pretty impressive because of the lack of ability for our quarterbacks to get him the football. The completion percentage has just been awful this season, but against the Jets having his best games so far. But other than that, just consistency across the board is what I love from him. Anywhere from 50 to 80 is easily good numbers. But Scary Terry and Jahan Dotson leading the way. Jahan Dotson, what's his overall right now? He is sitting at a 78 overall, so not the best player in terms of overall, but absolutely putting up numbers from that slot receiver position. But Brandon Ayuk having a monster season yet again. He did get re-signed. Jamar Chase got a big contract. A lot of big contracts given out across the board. Darius Slayton also up there, got a huge contract, and also because of the progression tool, got a huge upgrade. He's all the way up to an 88 overall, which I think is much deserved. The former 5th round draft pick for the Giants absolutely has been balling for them the past couple of seasons. Very consistent. But Deron Bland leading the league in interceptions once again. Cooper DeJean, the white boy, you gotta love it. The sneaky athleticism there, getting him 3, but we only have 1 interception this entire season. Our team is dead last in terms of takeaways, but luckily enough, our defense still ranked top in the league at 13. I think just the passing yards we gave up last game knocked us down a little bit, but we are now up to the number 21 ranked offense, and we did jump up to 28th ranked in the league. And this week we are playing the Los Angeles Rams, and Cooper Kupp is going to be out for another 2 more weeks. He dropped all the way down to an 83 overall, but Puka Nacua is still leading the way from them with 450 on the season so far. Tyler Higbee, they don't really have a solid receiving core, but Tutu Atwell, if I do remember, jumped up in the progression tool as well. Yeah, he's up to an 85 overall, so this receiving core is still pretty dangerous, and Kyren Williams running the football, he's going to be a stud for them, up to an 85 as well. Matt Stafford still at the helm for quarterback. And look at their offensive line across the board. We did give them Trent Brown, so they are really, really set there. Brian Allen, the only weak spot in the middle for this offense. And then defensively, they did go out and get Isaiah Simmons in free agency. The Giants let him walk, but their linebacking core, a little weak. But I think today it's going to be a lot of passing, attacking the secondary. Darion Kendrick, the number 1 corner. Jordan Lewis, number 2. Hodges Tomlinson, number 3. That's where I think we're going to find our money today. But this defensive ranking, they're number 3 in the league so far at 4-2, first in the NFC West, and they are ranked as the 7th best team in the league. And our game is on Fox this week, so new presentation style. We are 2-point underdogs going into this week with the over set at 52, so place your bets once again. And let's jump into practice to make sure that nobody is injured. But the mock drafts for this week did release real quick to take a look at a Mason Graham from Michigan. That's who it has us taking right now. You see here, Travis Hunter really not rated a top 5 prospect in this draft pool out of Colorado, but I am interested in Jack Sawyer, James Pierce. I want to continue to build our defense, but there is also a lot of weapons in this draft class. Emmanuel Buka is one of them, but this is a very defensive heavy draft class looking at it here. Quinn Ewers. Then after that, the next offensive weapon here, I think, is Ibuka all the way at wide receiver at number 17. Donovan Edwards as well there. But Cam Ward out of Miami. But that should be very, very interesting. But I do want to stop the medium pass today with Matt Stafford. He is declining a little bit, but still not enough yet. And we do want to throw it short today. And our goal today is simple. I want to force turnovers for the first time this season. We've only gotten 4 turnovers, 1 interception so far, which is kind of ridiculous at this point. We need to be able to force interceptions as a team. We do have 1 extra guy on our roster, but we are going to be without Quez Watkins today with a mild concussion. But again, I want to remind you to keep in mind these trades here that we are getting for Jonathan Jones. If there's any of these that you do like, make sure to let me know because we are going to move him after this episode. I'm not going to sim forward a week because I want to do this before the trade deadline. But I'm at my word, we are going to cut Boogie Basham Jr. off of the roster one more time. So it is now time to jump into the game. We are a higher overall, so that is a little bit exciting jumping into this one. The entire AFC East, every single team is sitting at an 84 right now. We are on Fox today. Different loadout here at the bottom of the screen. Jones is going to start us off today with a little return. Hopefully we can get it opened up here, and we do for just a bit. But Justin Fields, the player of the week last week, is going to be coming out on the field. Some good touchdown passes from him. Finished 15 of 31, but I do love the stats that he did put up. 8 touchdowns on the season. I thought he had 7, But with Marvin Harrison back, and it is revealed that he is a superstar dev, so that's huge for us. As a first play of the day, does go for a sack, but there's a penalty on the field, and it is a holding call, so a rough start to the game from Mike Onwenu there at the edge. So we're going to have to recoup on that one, and it's going to be a Cole Strange trying to trap Aaron Donald here, and he does get it to work a little bit, but the ball comes out. Oh gosh, what a terrible start for our offense here in this one. A bad holding call, then a fumble on the next play. We are just going to go to the air. Simple as this. We're not going to worry about anything here. Out to the outside. Harrison, one-on-one. Good grab to make third down a lot more manageable. And some quick stop routes here on third down. Everybody just trying to get to the sticks. And we're just going to throw it to Marvin Harrison again, and he's got the catch. Glad to be having him back. We did miss him last week. Luckily enough, though, Demario Douglas played unbelievably well. And I'm really excited with this progression tool. I'm going to say this again. With how our players play, that's going to influence how these players are upgraded. It's no longer just XP here, but Blake Corum to the outside as he's got a lot of space. Marvin Harrison may get called for a hold on that play. We will see, as the penalty coming out is going to be a holding call on us. So 2 bad holds on the first drive. This one actually on Mekhi Becton on the edge, and so that completely flips the field back this way. So Ramondre Stevenson is going to check in. We are just going to go to a simple screen here, and we do get sacked on it. Bobby Brown up the middle with the sack. 2nd and 32. So a rough start to the game for our offense. So we're going to have to try to force something here to the sticks just to try to get something to work. And we're trying to throw it up and over as it is Juwan Jennings with the catch. We haven't gone to Juwan Jennings much this season, but another good catch there from him is going to make a 3rd and 3. So very, very manageable now as we are really just Plaxico bursting ourselves, luckily enough, making plays when we need to. And I don't like that overhang there when we try to run this read option. So we are going to go to the air, just some curl flats concepts, nothing crazy, as middle of the field should be open as long as Juwan Jennings can hold on to it. Sorry, Juwan Johnson, but Justin Fields already 50 yards on the day passing so far, but we've barely gotten to midfield at this point. As up the middle, we are getting some pressure. We're going to float this one up and over into Douglas. It's caught. Justin Fields starting the game 5 for 5 for 82 yards, and we just get into the red zone. Power of penalties, gotta love it. But as long as Henry can pick up this block here, if this is a pull read, this could really open up for us, and it's not. It's a give read up the middle. Blake Corum only going to get a couple out of it. Settle back down in the run, but this is a very long drive here to start this game. We're taking a lot of time off the clock, and we're going to go to him here. Corner of the end zone. Jennings, can we bring it in? No, we can't. Our first incompletion does make it 3rd and 8, and Harrison comes back in on 3rd down. Was out there on that 2nd down play. As they do drop, and we're going to hit it quick in the seam. Try to get it, but it is picked off. So a rough drive here ends in an interception, and he's still got running room. Justin Fields is going to have to give chase down the sideline. Hodges Tomlinson completely jumped that one. Bad throw from Justin Fields, put it behind Demario Douglas there. Hodges Tomlinson winds in with the interception. Just a bad pass coming out. So after that roller coaster ride of what was a first drive, let's just call it that we had to punt and they got a good return out of the deal. Simple as that, as they do go to the run here to start, and we get absolutely leveled there. Mape, we're going to need him to not get pancaked if we want to stop the run today. We're running the same defense that we ran last week. CJ Gardner-Johnson's going to be in at slot corner playing 5 wide though now. Nakobe Dean, we're going to need a lot out of him out to the outside, but Stafford's going to take off up the middle. Stafford going for a big run there for 13. They do cross midfield now to the 38-yard line. Up the middle again is the run. Kyren Williams does get stuffed this time by Mapu. Does a good job holding him up, not able to bring him down, but Nakobe Dean does help there. And you could get mad that, hey, maybe Bentley's not getting enough playing time, maybe Tavi's not getting enough playing time, but you know what? It's who's making plays for us right now. As simple as that. As they do go to the outside, Christian Gonzalez, a good breakup. So on this third down, we are going to be bringing hot blitz here, as they are going to maybe try to dump it off underneath. Instead, find Puka Nacua up to a superstar dev. And the drive does continue for the Los Angeles Rams. We had a little bit of success against the other Los Angeles team. We didn't walk away with a win in that one, but a good tackle from Dean there. And maybe with Matthew Judon out, maybe one of the things I need to do is bring Bentley off the edge, at least to keep him on the field like he is here. He's kind of been back and forth in that spot. Mapu's going to be hanging out a lot in the middle as they do go to the air one more time. And we're going to cross the field, and they try to throw it there, but it is decent coverage. We are sitting man-to-man. And you know what? Our secondary's done a pretty good job with the team the way it is right now, as they just go out the outside. A good swat down by Mapu to force a field goal. I was trying to run out there to see maybe if we can get the interception, but I didn't want to risk it. I didn't know how the animation was going to play. So the Rams are going to start this game here with a field goal. Pretty good solid stop by our defense. Bend but don't break. And our goal in this drive is just no holding calls. We got hit with 2 really, really bad ones there. Jones on the return here. I don't see a lot of room. Maybe I'll move him off. I cannot wait till Frank Gore comes back next episode, because his returning capabilities was phenomenal. To start this drive, we are going to go back to the air here, put Justin Fields in space, let him make decisions, and we should have an easy one here. Just throw it underneath. Harrison, another good catch. The comeback route working. Justin Fields, 6 for 8 to start this game. Yes, we had the interception, but I'm not that mad about it yet. We'll see how that does come into play later. I do want to win the turnover battle, obviously, but I do see it, and we're going to go up and over the top to Harrison, and that should be a penalty. Harrison got stuck behind the corner there, so we are going to try to go back to the run just to make third down a little bit easier here, and I see the hole up the middle. Blake Corum just get up the field, and it's his second fumble on the day. Luckily enough, Hunter Henry falls on top of it, so it is a 3rd and 6 here. I need Henry to get open, but a sack up the middle coming very easy there. And that's going to end this drive. Aaron Donald just having his way on the interior. So that is an absolute killinger. Behringer is going to be able to punt us deep here. A good tackle coming out from Marco Wilson again. The 3-4s we're going to see Tavi and Bentley come in like they are here. And they are going to go to the run. And it's going to open up. Williams just running away with this one all the way out to the 38-yard line already. I hate to say it, whenever those two are on the field, we're just having problems, but it is the end of the first quarter. We had a very long first drive in this game, but 80 passing yards, 7 rushing yards, but the score is not in our favor so far. And the Rams really want to try to run the football. We have to be able to shut them down, but stretch play here to the outside. We do get caught up a little bit. Good tackle, though, as that's the rookie Bullard. I'm so glad that he's back playing free safety for us today. Did pretty good last week as well, but he's going to be the one man-on-man here with Williams in the run. But they are going to the air. Out the outside. Good coverage all over that is CJ. They are going 5 wide here. We got to drop a Carl Lawson out, and really just across the middle, wide open. Nakobe Dean in zone coverage wasn't able to get over there. He should have been there. Now going to the I formation here. Maybe Bullard's going to roll down into the box, but I am waiting for a play action look. But it is just a run, and we're kind of stuck up on. Luckily enough, we're able to get off and make the tackle. Tavi, though, does go down, grabbing his ankle on the play. So Mapu's going to come in then probably on the 3-4 as well. Maybe we're just going to run more of the nickel today, as another run coming out here, as it is a guy bouncing off of a tackle, as that is Kendrell Milton with a solid run enough for the first, as Tavi dislocated his ankle. So that's a rough injury. So him and Judon, now 2 key defensive players, are going to be missing time for us. They do run one more time. Can force him in. Mapu got leveled again, but God's able to make the tackle on that one. We're just playing a lot of man-to-man in this game, and I think that's going to be our key to success, but it really depends how the rest of this game does go here, as we are going to look underneath the spot route, but it is out to the outside. Jabril Peppers gets burnt in coverage. Tyler Higbee, one of the better tight ends in this league, if you ask me. That's going to put him on a 1st and goal here, as somebody does jump, and I think that was Havestein, the right tackle. Instead, it's actually on us, as that's going to move them just a little bit closer here. Josh Uchi. So from the 5-yard line to the 3-yard line, they move down now. Should I be expecting a run? With Williams, they do go run up the middle, and that's going to be a big hole for him, as he does dive in for the touchdown. Kyrian Williams able to get in there. So 10-0 is going to be your score. We got to get the ball back. We got to put together a solid drive. It really pains me that first drive. Really the penalties. We had everything working on that one. Here we go. We are starting at the 18-yard line after not the best return in the world. But we are starting with Stevenson at running back. I think with the issues that we just had from Blake Corum, 2 fumbles in this game already, we're going to see Ramondre Stevenson get a little bit more time. But if they're going to stack the box like this, I'll be more than happy just to run play action all day long, as Stevenson's just going to leak out wide open here. As long as he just gets up the field, I'll take those completions all day. And they really just are stacking the box, and it's okay. We're in 13 personnel anyway. That means 3 tight ends down on the field. We're going to roll out, and I'm looking for somebody here, and we're just going to try to take off with field, just to get a couple yards on the play. Staying in this 13 personnel look, we're going to stretch play to the weak side here, try to get this first down with Ramondre. We just have to try to cut this one up, and it is a 4th and 2, so we do have to punt it away with Behringer again. Maybe not the best call on that 3rd down. I thought we were going to be able to get things to work, but they are going to catch this here on the 10-yard line. Good tackle from Marco Wilson again, and they're going to be starting at the 10-yard line. We need to put a stop now from our defense. That's going to be crucial for us, and we are going to be switching it up to a little bit more zone coverage on this drive, and they are going to go play action to start. We're going to run with it. Just an easy dump off up the middle, though. I really need Mapu to really break those up, but they do go to the run here, and it is going to be Kyrian Williams getting the first. 54 yards on the ground already, something we're not usually doing. We do have a top 7 rush defense in the league. That's why I really want to run the zone so the corners aren't turning their back, so we don't really let up any of these big runs here. But there's finally a good stop. Tutu Atwell out there blocking, not known for his blocking abilities, so I think that's CJ that was able to scrape off and make the play. So 2nd and 9. If they are going to go any fire sort of looks here, it's going to be right across the middle, and we are there enough. Troy Fantunu goes down for LA, and on 3rd and 9, we are going to bring a heavy blitz. I want to force this ball out as fast as possible, and we should have a free rusher at the quarterback. It's going to go up, and it is a good breakup from Christian Gonzalez. Another good play from him. He could have gone for the interception, but I like it. It's just swat it down, force them to punt this football away. It's finally a good stop coming out from our defense, and now is where we need to put points up on the board before the half. But it all starts here on the return. Jones trying to get to the edge, not a lot going, and I want to start immediately here with a deep shot, one high safety look, and I'm going to throw it across the field here. If this could fall in, and it just doesn't. Demario Douglas was open on the deep route there. We just weren't able to get it to him, so we are now going to go to the screenplay. Just let everybody get to us, dump it off to him, as this one should break open a little bit. Blake Corum in the open field. He doesn't fumble it this time, and it's just the air raid that's really getting us to make plays right now across the middle. Good catch by Demario Douglas, but the 2-minute warning is here, and I am not used to completing this many passes. This is ridiculous, but we are on a 2-minute offense now. That means a lot of out routes from Eric Bieniemy's offense. If you don't know, we do a lot of coach suggestions. I think it's the easiest way to keep things realistic here, but out to the outside. That one almost intercepted, instead caught. Marvin Harrison Jr., what a freaking catch. Somehow keeping this drive alive and not being an interception. Instead, it is almost a touchdown here, but I do see the crossing route. Harrison, he's got it, and Harrison's got 70, maybe 80 yards now in this first half. 4 verticals look, catching the safety underneath there. Harrison Jr. able to get in for the touchdown. What a good catch there. The safety had itself completely turned around, dropping to that deep middle zone looked like, and they were sitting in a cover 3 invert, so that whole left side there couldn't get a chance to get to that deep route. Luckily enough, we took advantage of it. A perfect play call, and we put points up on the board. Justin Fields having a day so far today. Yes, he had the 1 interception. Other than that, our offense was moving. We know they're going to go to the air here, so maybe cover 2, maybe some cover 3s and 4s are going to be mixed in, but a lot of zone coverage, I think, as they do go now to some corner routes. And that's a way to take advantage of the cover 2 that we were sitting in. Luckily enough, they didn't get it to work. We do know now that they are going to go to the air. And we're going to drop only rush 3 here out to the outside. Higbee giving chase with Jabril Peppers. And we're just going to sit now in the nickel. I don't want to have to change it up. I don't want to get stuck in the 4-3, as they are just going to continuously go to the air here. Quick to the outside again. I saw that one all the way. Could we come down? No. But Jones is playing pretty well over there. I'm not going to lie. I like the way he's been doing his job. But I am going to go a little bit of a man here. Look, as they do go outside again. Carl Lawson was the one that had to drop there. That's a bad look. And they're just getting down the field very quickly on us, almost in field goal range. As are they going to continue here to run this concept? As they do, the out route again. I feel like man-to-man is going to be the only way we can stop it here. As they do go underneath, and there's no interception there. Jones almost had it. That could have been such a big play, but the Rams are just loving this bunch formation. Twins bunch both sides. Just a lot of out routes, out concepts, and a good break up there from Jones. 4th and 4. They're going to take a field goal, and it'd be nice if we got a miss. We haven't had a team miss a field goal against us in a minute here, but Mathis coming off the edge almost got a penalty. I almost got a flashback of running into the kicker, so I decided not to even try to dive there, but he did dive anyway, I think. So, you know, it is what it is. We didn't get the penalty, but they do score 3. Do I try to drive down the field here with 49 seconds left? We do have all 3 timeouts. Let's just see how this return goes from Jones here. Up the middle enough. We are going to start it with a 4 verticals concept. And I am going to see him deep. Marvin Harrison, if this falls in, this would be insane. He had him beat. And they are running a little bit more of a press look here. So we're just going to go to Douglas on the drag here. If he could just get out of bounds. No, he doesn't. We're going to burn one, though. We did get the first. And I'm just really looking deep here. I want the opportunity for Harrison just to break one, but he doesn't. Pass rush coming. I'm just going to throw this one out. I don't want to go into this half here with not a lot of time, and we're going to try to throw it underneath. It's going to be up, and Demario Douglas barely brings it in. I'm going to burn another timeout. We took a bad shot there as we were trying to make a throw. Luckily, Douglas holds it in. So 4 verticals once again here. I'm looking at Jawan Jennings on the other side, and we are going to try it. Going up here to Jawan Jennings. We are going an aggro catch, and he does hold it in. Jawan Jennings is so much better than Juju Smith-Schuster. It's as simple as that. 14 seconds. That allows maybe a shot to the end zone here. And I'm looking for a corner route here from Harrison if they are in man-to-man coverage. And I am going to put it up. And it is going to be almost caught. 9 seconds left. Maybe we take one more. Justin Fields has 260 passing yards in this first half. And we are bringing in 2 running backs. Both of them are going to be blocking on this play. I'm not going to be afraid to throw it out. And if I go to the outside here, and it is almost caught, 5 seconds left. Hodges Tomlinson had to recover on that play. But we're just going to take the field goal. Behringer's going to make it a 3-score game, or 3-point game, going into halftime. Holy crap, what a good drive coming out with 49 seconds left. The deep shot just worked. Jawan Jennings making a fantastic catch. I said I wanted to pass the ball in this game, and this is the first time this season when I say, oh, I want to do it. We're actually doing it, but we're going to see you in the second half. And looking at the passing numbers, 328 yards. We have no rushing yards. The first time this season we've been able to pass the ball effectively without having to worry about the run. We are still down in this ball game, but I am feeling it. We are moving right now. But we do have to kick the ball off here to start. And Matt Stafford's going to be coming on out after the kneel down. Solid first half from him. Nothing really that crazy. But they are running a 2 tight end set here, and this is probably an indicator of the run. So we're going to roll Jabril Peppers down in the box just a little bit here, and is a stretch play to the left-hand side. And we do have it kind of bottled up there. Good play from Barrymore to come back to it. But we're going to be going back to running the nickel look. They do bring a man in motion here, and they don't give it to him. Instead, it is a play action. And it's quick to the outside. Tutu Atwell. Good catch. Actually stays in bounds. Making plays there. Tutu Atwell. An absolute menace. Great speed from him from the slot position and from the outside, honestly. A former first-round draft pick. Hasn't really made a spark yet in the NFL. But I expect that to be coming very, very soon. Especially with Cooper Kupp's career on the decline at this point. As it is underneath to him again here. We are dropping White to the middle. Kind of like an off-look blitz here. We are going to be seeing man-to-man coverage in the middle. As they go to Tutu one more time. 3 straight catches from him to start off this drive. But we are running a lot of 5 down lineman sets. I think that's going to be a good key for us to stop the run, but little do I know it is Kieran Williams breaking off another one. Bullard was there to make the tackle. They do go 5 wide, and maybe we can get some pressure here. Try to force out a bad ball. We're going to drop with Bentley as they go across, actually out to the tight end here on a tight end screen. 1-on-1. It is a juke move. And Marco Wilson gets shooketh out of his shoes there. Really not what we wanted as they do go to the air one more time. This is just going to be a lot of spot routes. This time, I tried to come down on the other one. Said they went to 15 for a good gain. And that's Brian Thomas with the grab there. Not what we wanted. They all got 1st and goal now. I'm expecting run. Puka Nacua in the backfield as well for them. So we are going to pinch everybody here. They do go to the air quick. As they do go across, and it is Higbee with the catch. The big tight end's got the touchdown. 10-point game is what this is extended to. We're going to go back with Justin Fields. And you know, the nice thing is we can go to the run here because of that late score. Instead of it being a 13-point game, it's a 10. That's fine. Blake Corum, we need him to step up in this one. That was just bad coverage from Bullard. But also, I do want to remind Dre Stevenson to get some carries here. And we just need our offensive line to get a good push here on this left side. Mekhi Becton scraping up to the linebackers. We do just enough, but we only get 3 out of it. My problem is the fumbles was just such a bad tone setter in this game. It kind of set me off from the idea of running the football heavily in this game. But Hunter Henry getting open here on the drag. Just get up the field, please. 3rd and 2. And on this 3rd and 2, I am looking for Hunter Henry here once again to get open. Instead, we're going the other way. Blake Corum with a good grab. And he's got enough for the first down. Just go down, but Cole Strange is banged up on the play. That's a bad loss interior. Sidney Snow's going to come in on the other side now than he did last week when Kevin Dotson went down for a little bit. We are going to fake the run here. I'm looking for Jawan Johnson just to kind of leak his way open, and he does, but we miss him. That's a play we need to get yards out of with him being that wide open. That looks like Tyrod Taylor, week 18 last season against the New York Giants. Just completely missing the easiest pass of his entire career. We need the blocks to get picked up here. Ramondre Stevenson biding his time, able to get up the field, make it 3rd and 4. And Cole Strange will be out for the remainder of this football game. So not what we wanted to hear, but we are going to another drag concept. And Douglas is open. We just need to get him in space. And there it is. We continue this drive down the field. 280 passing yards on the day. Just being able to leak guys out is such a huge thing. As we do hit him now. Ramondre Stevenson's got it, but it does get broken up with, which that's fine. I mean, if we do have those kind of pass plays happen, they're not a big deal. We do try to scramble. We're actually going to be scrambling up the field here. Justin Fields has got a lot of space as he's just going to slide down. 5 wide was the call. They had good coverage across the board. Actually, really good coverage. I was looking at Marvin Harrison on the left-hand side, but pocket presence in this game is such a big thing, and we're just getting used to it more and more. It's a hard thing to master here. We do roll out. We need Hunter Henry to kind of fall open. Instead, we're just going to take off up the field again with Justin Fields. Those deep crossbody throws are hard to make, and I was worried about making it that time, just testing. I'll take the easy yards every single time, as a good trap play is going to open up that middle enough for the first down, falling for Ramondre Stevenson. 4 for 16 is not bad from him. This is the most work he's gotten in a minute these past 2 weeks. We are looking end zone here if we can get it to work and we rolling out. And I'm going to set my feet and throw it open. Sideline. Harrison got it. Touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his second touchdown on the day. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the second touchdown of the day. He's got to have eclipsed at least 100 yards now today. But a good strike there from Justin Fields, waiting, setting, and running behind. I think it was Hodges Tomlinson. Maybe that was Yeast there, but whoever number 1 is for the Rams, just getting right behind it, throwing it in the window as we are fighting to get this season back on track here. The Rams, a very tough team to do it against, but Barringer knocks this one through. So a stop and a score is all we need in this ball game, but we need to definitely shut down the run here. And up the middle is going to be Kyren Williams. We deliver a big hit with Bentley there, but he's on track to finish this game with at least 115. We need to put a cap in that one right now. Force him to go to the air, but they do go to the run one more time. And Williams breaking free enough almost for the first down. We are going to be pinching our defense here. I am expecting another run, and they are going to try to run up the middle. Nakobe Dean just missed him. We had the opportunity to make the play. I didn't want to guess, but I did pinch the line a little bit, and that play just didn't go our way. Because I know they're not going to be running the triple option or any sort of option, we're going to be shifting our line away from the running back to try to catch him if they run across the field here. But we do get a sack almost coming out. Instead, it is a pass to Higbee. Javon Bullard, good break up there in coverage against Higbee. But those are the plays that we need to slow them down here. But that will bring up third down. But it'll also bring end of the fourth quarter. 274 passing yards, 56 rushing yards. The Rams are putting up our kind of stat numbers. But going 5 wide, we are going to bring heavy blitz. We should have a free rusher up the middle, CJ. And they do test it deep, and it is an interception. There's a flag, though. I think it's going to be a roughing the passer on Matt Stafford, which would give them a first down. Oh, we finally get a turnover that we need, but I think it is going to be roughing the passer. Oh, that's an absolute killer. It's going to be on CJ Gardner-Johnson coming up the middle. Oh, I thought we were going to get to him in time. So it is a first down for the Rams. What a bad play. We can't have things like that happen, and they are going to go back now to the run. Stretch play a little bit here to the outside. We're all over. Bottling it up. Bentley, good tackle. We almost had our second interception of the year. It's sad that we've only gotten 1 so far. Our defense just hasn't been able to produce turnovers. It's as simple as that, as they go quick and underneath to Puka Nacua breaking tackles, and they are going to go to the air quick here, as I am looking for them to try to go, but he just throws it out. So that's technically a stop for our defense. They're not in field goal range, I don't think, but they are going to go for this one here, and they're going to try to go out to the outside. Instead, go underneath, and that's going to be caught for the first. So the fourth down conversion goes the way of the Rams here. So I love that we've just given ourselves opportunities, but just Plaxico burst ourselves so unbelievably hard. As another run coming out. Good stop, though. Roberts in the middle. He hasn't got a lot of playing time this year, so for him to come in and make a stop is nice. But our defense at this point in the game is pretty tired, so that's why you see the guys subbing in. Slant route coming out, and that is caught. I thought that went right through our hands. And you want to talk about windows shopping? Taylor Rapp almost had that one right there. But Taylor Rapp now is going to be coming on the blitz, as it is going to be a scramble coming out, and that one should be intercepted, but hey, I'll take it though. Carl Lawson, a good break up there and covered, sitting right underneath. Problem is now that did put them in field goal range, so we really need to score in this game in terms of a touchdown instead of a field goal if we want to make this close here. 8 minutes left. The kick comes up, and it's no good. Or did it go through? It hit off the crossbar, and it did squeak its way through. Oh, they are just absolutely teasing me here with these field goals, but Evans going to kick this one back off to us, and I'm just going to let it go. And Justin Fields, we got to come back on offense and cook. I want to put together a solid drive here on the ground, get things working. Ramondre Stevenson first up. Good run, and it's 6-on-6 in the box. I'll try to take advantage of it here up the middle, and we're not able to get it to work. The trap kind of messed up the hat on the hat there. I should have switched it to a zone run. So this is a very, very big third down. The whip route from Douglas may be our move here. We're going to fake it to Blake Corum, and we're going to try to throw it up and over, and that one's just intercepted. But a bad throw. We were hit as we threw. The Rams are going to return this one, and that's an absolute killer. We just lollipopped it up. I tried to throw it in the window before it got out to Jordan Lewis, but Justin Fields took an absolute shot on that throw, and that's just an absolute killer for our drive right now. We got to come back out on offense Harrison really put together a solid drive. And they are going to be going for it, though, because they do want to make it a 14-point game. They are going 5 wide. Bring some pressure. Try to get to stop, and it is across the middle for a 2-point conversion. That is good. So a 2-score game completely now. 14 points separate us here late in this one. So a 2-high safety look. We're coming back out here, and pressure coming up the middle. We got to scramble out here, and Justin Fields is going to be off to the races. Justin Fields, a huge run down the field to kick off this drive. He's been our sole good running back on the day. And when they're going a lot of high safety looks here, so underneath should be wide open. Douglas, if we can catch it in stride and just run with him, nice little pickup there again. And we're up over 300 passing yards on the day, but it's just the turnovers, man. We've had opportunities. We just can't get it to work. And we have just been shooting ourselves in the foot all game long here. We're going to try to go quick up the seam. Ross, and we just miss him. And if they're in man-to-man, I'm looking for Corum to leak out here. And they are. We're going to go, whoa, we were hit as we threw. What was that? And it was a chop block that just didn't go our way. I was trying to let it develop real quick, and we were completely hit as we threw there. This is a huge 4th down, but I'm going to run it, actually. Actually, we're going to change it back to a pass here. Safety looks like he's rolling down to the box a little bit. I'm just going to throw it slant route and just across the middle, just picked off again. So not the best read from us. Isaiah Simmons walks away with the interception there. I was worried about throwing it, and I should have. I was trying to, oh my gosh, what a bad throw. I wanted to have it go behind there, but they are going to try to run this clock out. We got to make a stop. I'm expecting stretch play here to the left side, and it is. We just got to fill where we need to here. Good stop, and they do run it again here up the middle. Another good stop coming out, and they do jump here, so this is going to make it a 3rd and 10 now. And so this is a huge 3rd down. Across the board, just a little pass underneath. We're able to get the stop. The Rams are going to punt it away early here. Not a lot of love lost, but it is just a time thing at this point in the game. We know it's going to be a backspin on this punt, so we do have to return it, and we're going to try to reverse field with it. Jones trying to get out, and it is just going to be passing from here on out. We do have to get things rolling here on the air. And we do have pressure in our face so unbelievably much. Harrison, good pass. And so we are just going to hurry it up through the rest of this game here. Douglas now across the middle. But we have to be able to take some deep shots. That's what's going to have to open up for us. But it's going to be hard to get that opportunity here. But crossing, Harrison's got a lot of space to work with, actually. Harrison up the field. And that's a huge play from him again. He's up now probably to 140 on the day. Just the turnovers that have just ultimately killed us in this game completely. Jennings on the outside. He caught 1 deep pass already today, but pressure up the middle just comes free. And that's such a bad play coming out as we're going to try to hit this quick. Justin Ross, we caught him in a bad look here. Justin Ross off to the races. He's going to get out of bounds. And Justin Fields almost up to 400 passing yards on the day, but he didn't step out of bounds. So that does bring up the 2-minute warning. So we just need to put a score in after this horrible day we've had so far. We're just going to throw this one up. Harrison, we're looking for the catch, and they have no high safety look here. So if we just leave Ramondre Stevenson in the block, hopefully Jennings can come free here, or the wheel route, and we're going to try the wheel back corner of the end zone, and that one's not going to work. So it is a 4th and 10, but do everything in our possibility to pick this up here. I'm going to try across the field, and that's just a bad pass coming out. Interception. Oh, my goodness. And I thought that interception was going to be all she wrote, but we came out here on the next play, and we're able to get a safety, so we are going to get the ball back. We still have just a tad bit of life, but I legitimately almost stopped the recording. That's how love lost I was with this game, but Douglas is going to have a chance to return this one here. We're just going to run across the field, get tackled, but it's 19-31 now, and now 4 verticals look here. They have no high safeties. Oh, if we could get something to open here, and we're just going to throw it up and over the top. Demario Douglas, one-on-one with a linebacker. Holy crap, we're back in this game. Hopefully, if we could run this one in, and we do, and we have all 3 timeouts still in this ball game. Demario Douglas, what a good catch up and over the top. The blitz came right away, and I saw Ernest Jones run out on him. I'm like, what are they doing? They tried to get risky and bring the blitz, but it just worked. So all of a sudden, it's a 31-26 ball game. We know they got to run the football here. All we got to do is get 1 stop, and I'm just waiting to see where they decide to run the football right now. It's just going to be a run here to the left-hand side. We cannot let up a 1st down. It's as simple as that, and I'm going to guess run here to the left side. They want to get us to burn these timeouts, and it is going to be a run to the left-hand side, and we do swallow it up. Nakobe Dean, good tackle. But here's the thing, though. Are they going to go to the air? And they are going to go to the air. It's going to be a 5-wide look. We just need it to work out here. We need the pressure to get up, and the pressure's coming, and it's thrown up, and we're going to get the ball back. Nakobe Dean making a great play there. There's absolutely no way in this ball game that this should be working for us. And with Justin Fields throwing 4 interceptions this game, somehow things are just going right late for us. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself too much here, but 31-26 is the game. We still kept a timeout, and as long as we don't take a bad sack here, we should be good. I'm going to test a deep shot here. Harrison going up. Harrison making the grab, and this is where I'm going to burn the timeout early. Holy crap. There's no way this should be working here. And we do have to scramble out here, and I'm just going to throw this one away. Pressure up the middle already. Justin Fields, 511 passing yards. I've never thrown for this many yards in a Madden game, especially a franchise, so this is just weird. I just like running the football. That's how I've always built my teams. But 511 yards is insane. Maybe a corner route here with DeMario. And we are going to try to go to it. Corner, and we just missed the throw. We're so close to getting the opportunity that we need here. I'm going to throw this one into the window, and it's just missed again. So it all comes down to this play right here. Safeties are going wide. We're going to try to get this comeback to fall in, and it just gets tipped up. An absolute heartbreaker there. We got denied. We tried to force the ball to Harrison, and it just hurts. Even though the mistakes happened, even though a couple bad interceptions, we had an opportunity at the end of the game to win. We did blow it, but... Oh, and Hunter Henry strains his tricep. That's awesome. But that is going to be all she wrote. 2-2 is how we finish up with Justin Fields. Could have been almost even better, but the trade deadline's here, and I want to know the moves you guys want to make. Jonathan Jones is gone, but where and to who and for what? But also, if there's any more trades that you want to see, please let me know. Also, next episode, we have to start re-signing players. We have a lot of contracts to negotiate our way through. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.